Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I hope I'm going live about now. We do have another Google stream for the second week in a row, for the second stream in a row by itself, because I didn't stream much last week. So, this is highly unusual for this channel, but hell, we reacted to the Android show last week, and we're going to react to the main Google I/O keynote today. To be honest, I kind of even forgot that this is going to happen. I actually thought for a while, oh yeah, I know the Android show is disconnected, but doesn't it usually mean the beginning of the Google I/O? And yeah, it is, but I thought that it starts the Google I/O by like a day, but it was by like exactly a week. So now it's actually time for Google I/O. So bear with me. I see Benveni already joined the stream as you promised in the Discord. Very, very nice. The Keynote actually starts in 12 minutes. We have Rosa joining the chat, long-term supporters of the show. Really glad that despite the crappy algorithm, you can find the live streams. I also left the link to the Discord for anyone who might be new here, who might want to check it out, because this is how I primarily engage with the community. My work and everything does not really allow for super regular live streams. For once today, I actually could have streamed like half the day, but because I worked from home and was relatively early finished. But hey, I do actually want to stream tomorrow or the day after. I've pinned the stream for tomorrow, but I do have. I did prepare a lot, actually. So there's a lot of Apple news. In fact, official Apple news. Apple, as you guys know, always to the annual Accessibility Day pre-announces software features that will actually be coming in iOS 27, macOS 27, iPadOS 27, visionOS 27. So there are a lot of software features, and best of all of these features are available for current hardware. So none of them are going to be like announced with something exclusive, right? You just know some of them will be mentioned at WWDC, but Apple also gave them some extra space. There have also been leaks by Bloomberg about iOS 27 features. Like Apple Intelligence is actually getting a major expansion. For one, I do hope it's getting better universally, but what's also seemingly happening is that it's just becoming part of the entire system in the exact way that I've been pitching since it was before it was actually announced. Like between iOS 17 and 18, when we were talking about it, I was always hammering on the point that I want AI features to be married to existing features and enhancing them and being less generative and much more algorithmic in nature, in the sense that sure, they might be based on LLMs, but they cannot give you the garbage results. Instead, it will just sometimes tell you, oh, I cannot do that. I've not been programmed to do that. And it's seemingly like Apple is doing that. There are other news across Apple and the broader development sphere. Obviously, Google I/O, WWDC, now Epic is republishing Fortnite across the world. And I do have a rant planned for tomorrow. I'll give you a little bit of a glimpse on it right now. About Microsoft's new Surface Laptop 8 and Surface Pro 12, which are some of the worst priced products I have seen in recent memory. It's insane how much better, for example, the MacBook Air and even the entry-level MacBook Pro are priced in comparison to this. So we have also Plasma Void joining the stream saying, another Google stream, goodness gracious. Also greetings. Yeah, I know. It's a crazy confluence of factors where I wasn't able to stream last week anymore, and Google kind of did this stupid thing a few years ago by splitting the Android show from the Google I/O keynote, because Google I/O keynote is mostly AI crap, so you can imagine how many face palms I'm going to be giving myself. And yeah, Benveni, I want my apps to get LG. Can't wait to get LG in YouTube and Instagram. To be honest, I don't think that tweet that we have talked about on Discord, and guys, this is why I post the Discord link sometimes. I should be doing it more. I don't think that a YouTube liquid glass design was actually real. Like for WhatsApp, we know that. I wouldn't be surprised if Instagram gets it too. I mean, Facebook and everything, right? But yeah, I'm not sure if like Google's material expressive shit is so confused right now. I feel like they've shown like 3 recent things, right? They've shown their new like kind of 3D emojis. They've shown the UI for the Gemini intelligence app, which is dark and kind of brooding and almost like neon with the light effects, right? And then they've also announced their super vibrant, super bright iconography. Like I can show you that if you are not familiar. New Google icons, right? Jesus, the Pixel 9 Pro Fold or the 10 Pro Fold at this point. Yeah, but these are the new emojis, the new icons. Right, and they have this hue, this gradient to them. You can see how it moves from light blue turquoise to green, right, from a darker blue and even a purplish tint to a bright blue. I actually like these icons. I like it, for example, very much on something like Gmail. I like it a little bit less on something like Google Task. It just looks like this is copy pasting the effect here. But that's neither here nor there. I just think that it feels confused over time. Like they did soften it up, everything, right? It actually goes really well with liquid glass and iOS 26 and soon 27. It just feels like it's all disconnected. Like when you look at the Gemini intelligence app, like it's just the Gemini, but it's like, what's that design? It's the design that they actually like right, you cannot like this, right? Where is this design language coming from? This darker tint green, it goes completely against everything they're doing here, right? Which is super vibrant, bright. Like, I have no idea what Google is doing. It's still way better than what Microsoft is doing. I actually liked Microsoft's new icons as well. But while I do see some connection between Google's iconography and Google's operating system, I don't see any of that on Windows right now. Like, they launched those new icons, Office 365, new icons, right? I actually think these are good icons, like especially like by themselves. If you were to launch them just from 0 to 100 for a new company, they wouldn't really make sense. But they do bring up the history of the PowerPoint icon, the Excel icon, the Word icon. So it does make sense. They're not my favorites, but like obviously my favorites to a large part are Apple's. Though I will say that sometimes Google can give them a run for their money. That's what happens when you have real competition. It's just that the problem with this is when you click on it, you expect something at least remotely as vibrant, right, in the app, but you don't get it, and that's the problem. And that's partially also the problem with Google. But then again, if I think Apple is at the very top, I think Google is like 80-ish% there. I actually liked a lot of their design efforts over the years. And then Microsoft, they can be like 80-ish% there with something like icons, but then with everything else, they're like in the 40 range, in my opinion. Plasma's Void, definitely liquid glass inspired, Apple paving the way as usual. Yeah, and I feel like they're not, like they might be liquid glass partially inspired, but they also are actually inspired by just the two-dimensionality also of iOS 7. It's just that to a point, many companies were a little bit afraid of copying directly from Apple before Apple switched away from that to now this kind of like 2.5D design with liquid glass, and especially with icons. So yeah, I do get where you're coming from. Healthy competition, good indeed. Yeah, and this is why you've voiced your surprise towards me having 2 Google streams in a row. But we are covering it to also know what the competition is doing. And I mean, think about it. These new Google icons, by the way, they've now been launching first on iOS, actually. Like yesterday and the day before was like the first big days of these apps getting these icons. These new icons. And what happened was that a lot of iOS users, even if it was sometimes just by a few hours or so, were getting them first. So Google didn't even give their own platform like a 24-hour head start, and in fact did a little bit of the reverse. So the reason why we covered something like Google I/O is I assume, for example, we're going to get something like Gemini. They're probably going to skip a few numbers and jump to something like 3.5 or whatever. Who knows? They might tease like Gemini 4. We know that Apple Intelligence in iOS 27 is going to at least be partially based on Gemini. And if it launches in September, that actually gives it some good room to adopt some of the things that Google is going to show off. Not the features, but the actual like LLM capabilities. The flat look can only go so far for so long. Yeah, of course. And we saw that on macOS even after the flat look came into play, where for years it was always the less flat platform, and it was always my favorite design of a platform. It still is. Out of all current platforms, macOS is my favorite design. I know that some people will vehemently disagree, but this is where I stand, and people can call in and debate me on that. And guys, we're just 1 minute away from the keynote. I see more people are joining. Guys, please like the video. Please subscribe to the channel if you're enjoying the content. Please share the video out with anybody who you think might enjoy it as well. And comment. I love getting your comments. Maybe you agree with me. Maybe you disagree with me. Just let me know. You can also support me directly via super chats and super stickers, or you can become a channel member right here on YouTube. Shout out to our MarkTech Pro and MarkTech Pro Max members. I'm going to name you at the end of the stream because it's just a little bit busy right now. So thank you very much in advance.
Some sunscreen.
As always, because you guys know I'm pretty paranoid when it comes to that stuff. First of all, we don't need captions. I'm also going to give it a like. Let me know, as always, if the audio and video quality is working for you, if I am too loud, if the video is too loud, if there are any connectivity issues. I have done my due diligence, as I always do, but you know, sometimes there are unpredictable factors, so that would be a great help as well. Let me check if my stream is working on the side. The comment section also seems to be working. Very, very nice. Very nice. Yeah, and there's not much else left to do than wait. We are live, right? Yeah, now we are completely live. 4, 3, 2, guys, get excited with me. The face palm 2 hours begin now. Bloop, bloop. Feel free to voice your disagreements with Mark.
Take
Yeah.
a second to realize
Yeah,
how
Plasma
far
Void, I
we've
assume
come.
you won't be the one vehemently disagreeing.
Empowered by all the things we've made together.
How many people have looked at a problem and then been bold enough to say, I can solve it?
And staring at a future we all get to decide.
AI as the ultimate tool to solve all the world's most complex scientific problems.
Which is funny, none of this has happened yet. like I've seen Sam Altman say that
Every one of
AI
us
is going to
packed
improve
with
like the
potential.
healthy life expectancy of people
potential
by
to
like 10
make
years. So not
anything
you're going
you
to
can
live
dream of.
90 years
I do
instead
not
of
know
80, but
firstly
instead
how
of
to.
like living a
But
healthy
given the
60
option
years
to
and then
create something
slowly
just opens up so many
being
doors
decrepit,
for me
you're
as
going to
an educator.
live a healthy 70
discovered
years,
Gemini
right?
could help
It's
me
like,
with a lot of
do
things,
it,
from
bitch, do
menus
it, and
to
prove me
marketing
wrong.
and inventory. But in a world where anything is possible,
Yeah, you see that
pushing
design
this
language, that
mission
darker
solve
tint
disease.
and stuff like
This is
that.
huge,
It's
but we
only
have
in
a
Gemini
profoundly new
Intelligence. It
technology in our
doesn't seem
hands.
to be permeating
matters
across
is
the
what
rest
we
of their
choose to
operating
do.
system right now.
Hi, my name is Matea. My brother Tomaso made me an
Okay, so
AI
Apple has
assistant.
announced a similar thing
not
right
just
now
me.
with Apple Intelligence turbocharging accessibility features like
let's make
in a way
something
visual
that matters.
intelligence, but especially for like the vision impaired and stuff like that. That is something where I can see AI being a good tool. It's just it's such a different promise than, oh, AI is gonna solve all of physics and mathematics and shit like that. Live! That's what a lot of people want back from Apple. To be honest, given how cringe these presentations tend to be, I kind of err on Apple's side right now of not doing
Hello, Showline.
super live streams,
And
maybe
hello to
partially,
everyone
but whatever.
watching from around the world.
Oh wow,
Excited to be back.
oh
for
wow,
this
that's
year's
bad
I/O.
audio quality.
I think it's been an incredible year.
They,
All of the relentless.
oh god,
So there's still more
no!
work to do before
Like
it's in stage.
you
We're
see
working on
already
that.
that taste argument that
serious
we make
note,
for
it's been an
Microsoft, right?
extraordinary journey.
Apple actually produced
It's been 10 years since we
super
pivoted the
elaborate
company
videos,
to be
sure,
AI
with
first.
CGI and everything, of like Craig
knew
doing
how
like a Formula
profound
One
AI
thing,
would
right?
be to
Then it's like
advancing
a
our
regular
mission
car. It's a
and
joke.
improving
But
people's
like,
lives at scale.
really, you
This is
had to
why
make
we are taking
AI
a
for
differentiated,
this?
full stack approach to AI innovation.
To just show that it's
From
all
our
fake?
custom silicon and secure foundation to our world-class research and models, to our products and platforms that reach
Guys,
billions
send
of
me a
people.
super chat if you want to
This
improve
approach
my
enables
mood.
us to iterate and innovate faster,
If you can afford it, of
and
course.
it's lighting up every part of the company. What's really
Angelica,
incredible is
one
how
of
people
our
are using our AI.
long-term supporters, the Marketing
Students
Pro Max
prepping for
members
final
joining the
exams with the
stream.
Gemini app.
Happy that I'm live. I'm happy
Musicians
that I'm
and
live
artists
too,
using
and so
generative AI
happy that
models
you guys
like
are
Lyria and
watching. Thank
Veo
you so much.
as part of their creative flow. Developers coding and bringing their ideas to life. I've been using Gemini in a myriad of ways. Recently, I've been turning to Gemini to make sense of my parents' doctor visits. I'm sure many of you have done a version of that. These stories of how
I'm
people
gonna
are using AI are the best
Slightly
measure of
increase the
progress.
volume for everyone,
To understand the scale at which people
because
are
if I do it
adopting
for
AI,
myself, it's
there's
not
another great
gonna
proxy,
be
tokens.
reflected for you
The
guys.
fundamental units of data our models process.
Also,
mainly
AI is
representing a
for now
problem being
really
solved.
crappy with health.
2 years,
Like,
we were
by the way, do you
processing
really believe him? He's a
9.7 trillion
billionaire.
tokens a
Do you
month
think he
across the
couldn't
surface is a
ask, like,
huge
he
number.
couldn't have any doctor in the
Last year
world?
at I/O,
Guy, call
that grew to
me.
about
Right?
480
Usually,
trillion
well,
tokens.
of course, I'm underqualified,
And
I
fast forward
assume,
to
but
today, that number has
like,
jumped
call
7
me
times to
for
3.2
$100
quadrillion tokens per month.
per 15 minutes. Gonna give you the best insight into your parents' health ever.
Never imagined I'd say quadrillion in an I/O keynote, but here we are. Now, some out there might call this token maxing, and there's probably some truth to it. I still think it tells an important story.
I mean,
our
given
products
how much
and
more
how
expensive
others are building
tokens
as
are
well.
actually getting in a way,
Especially our
like
developers.
if you can token max,
Over
like that's
8.5
that's
million
for
of you are
well,
now
Google
building
not
new
so
apps and
much. They have
experiences
like
with
the
their models
cheapest
monthly.
one out of the major three,
our model
and
APIs
Anthropic
are
is
now
like the most
processing around
expensive, then
19 billion
ChatGPT, and then
tokens per minute.
Gemini is the cheapest.
Over the past 12 months, over 375 customers each processed more than 1 trillion.
Yeah,
tokens.
okay, so this is
representing
different because this
incredible
has
demand
also,
for
of
AI
course, to
across
do
the
with
industry.
them using larger and larger
We are, of
models.
course, also seeing incredible demand across our products. We now have 13 products with over 1 billion users each.
Yeah. So
5 of
this is
those have
actually
more than-
Google's strength, and I wish that they would actually focus on these
3 billion
platforms
users.
as much. Yeah.
2.5 billion monthly users. And AI mode has been a
Yeah,
revelation-
okay, but this
revelation,
is
our biggest
basically
upgrade to
just
search ever.
hijacking search
People love it.
results
In
that
just a
people would
year,
be doing
it's already
anyway.
surpassed 1 billion monthly users. When people use our AI-powered features in search, they use search more. I love how search has become less about individual queries and feels more like an ongoing conversation,
Eh.
giving you deeper
The
insights
models
and connecting you
inside
to the
regular
vastness of
Google
the web.
search.
Another place we've been rapidly innovating is in the Gemini app. Last year at I/O, the Gemini app had 400 million monthly active users. Today, we have surpassed 900 million, more than doubling in a year.
Oh, and now I understand the jokes why Google I/O is like investors
In
only.
the same time,
Oof.
daily requests have grown over
There's
7
a lot
times.
of
It's incredible
very
growth.
boring
We've
business
been
talk.
adding a lot of unique features like personal intelligence, which makes responses more customized and helpful. And to date, more than 50 billion images have been generated with our Nano Banana models.
Yay!
It was a
So
breakout
much
star this
slop.
past year. I
So
know you
much
all have
slop,
been
by the way, that
having
makes
a lot of
AI
fun with it.
worse across the
Beyond
internet
the
because
Gemini app, we're also
newer
having
models then
much more natural conversations with
train on
Gemini
more and more
directly
AI
inside many of
crap.
our products.
So newer models, unless you make
Recently,
them
Maps got its
huge,
biggest
actually
upgrade
have a
yet,
tendency to get a bit
including
worse,
a
in
new
my
feature called
opinion.
Ask Maps. People are using it to ask more complex and much longer questions.
And you
Here's
can
a
see
real
all
query
of
from
these
a
are
parent.
like server-side
My
features,
kid
unlike
just fell
Google
into the
Gemini
duck pond,
Intelligence,
and
which
the
at
wedding
least
starts in
partially
30
is based on
minutes.
on-device compute.
Where can I
This
walk
is why
and
it's
buy our
only
new stuff?
available on relatively new
I like to
smartphones.
hear how that turned out.
This is going to be
We're
available
also bringing this
universally on
conversational AI
iPhone
to two
and
more products.
iPad and Mac.
First,
So this
Ask
has some
YouTube.
relevance for us in the
People
Apple
come to YouTube
community.
every day to
Plus,
ask a lot of
just
questions.
because you're in the Apple
It's a
community
lot of
doesn't
great
mean
videos.
you only have
Sometimes
Apple
it's hard to know
stuff,
where to
right?
start.
Some people have only
Ask
Macs,
YouTube
some have only
entirely
iPhones.
reimagines the experience.
Some have only
Say you want to teach
AirPods.
your 3-year-old how to ride a pedal bike, and they already know how to ride a balance bike. Just ask YouTube. You will see a couple of differences in results. The information is digestible and easy to navigate.
But like
You
at this
get an
point, you're
overview
even
and
taking
helpful
away
tips.
like opportunity
You will see
from
videos that best
actual
match your
YouTube
interests.
creators to
So
show
if you
that
want to
stuff
try
off.
a specific method of teaching, you can go deeper there. And best of all, it jumps right to the part of the video most relevant for you. Brings back memories of teaching my kids to ride. It remembers the context, so you can follow up with questions like, should I buy one with handbrakes or pedal brakes? Making it an ongoing conversation.
I feel like
Even
I
lays
don't
out the
mind. I
information in a
understand
table,
that
so
for
it's
some
easy
people
to
this is
compare.
going to be okay.
We are
But
starting
I
to
feel like
test
this is
Ask
so
YouTube now,
disconnected from
and it'll roll out
humanity. We
broadly
usually
in the
have
US
this kind
summer.
of insight from people
So
around
far,
us. And I feel like it's just become so clinical. It's like, oh, AI told
So
me
far,
to
we have
do
shown
that.
conversational
Which,
text
yeah,
queries.
YouTube
For a lot of times, I
tutorial
wanna
showed
get
me
things done
that.
at the speed
Google
of my
search
voice.
showed me that. We have
But
had
it's
that
much
for
more
years
possible
now.
today thanks
But
to
I feel like
technical
this
leaps
is
in our
even
audio models.
worse.
A new feature called Docs Live takes this to another level. To create a doc with Gemini before, you'd have to type up a really precise prompt. With Docs Live, you can just verbally brain dump whatever is on your mind and let Gemini do the rest. Let's see it in action with a demo from our product team.
I
This is all
assume
in
that's
real
also what
time,
partially
not
powers
sped
that
up.
new dictation mode that they showed off for Android.
All right, let's try this out. So I just remembered I'm doing an alumni talk for my high school's career day tomorrow. I need to come up with some talking points to explain what I do for a living as a software engineer, but I'm not really sure where to start. Oh, actually, can you just pull my resume from Drive? Although that might be boring. Maybe can you come up with some funny analogies so it'll be more of an engaging talk for the students? Oh, and also, I think the school sent me an email. I think the subject is something like career day logistics. Maybe just grab the details from there, throw them at the top of the doc so I know where to go and what time to get there. Let's just update those requirements and turn this straight into a draft.
Wait, but we don't even see how good it is. Wait, you
This
just
is cool, but
scrolled.
it's a little dense. Maybe format the analogies as a table so it's a little easier for me to scan.
What?
And also add a note to tell the story about how my brother inspired me to become a software engineer. Sort of at the top of my
You should be able to write stuff like. You realize that if your brother inspired you, you should be able to get something out of your heart.
doc and bold it so I don't miss it.
Wait, but you didn't give it any details. What is it? Should it be able to write? Is it supposed to make up your life story with your brother? Like, do you guys not see how this completely robs off any humanity from the process? Oh, they have zero respect for the human condition. Zero.
That looks great.
Oh, yikes! This is way. And the best part, they don't even talk about the result. They just show you, scroll it, and then instantly
in the future,
move
you'll be able to
away.
create new docs and edit them directly, all with your voice. Docs Live is rolling out for Pro and Ultra subscribers this summer, and the same powerful voice capabilities will come to Gmail and
To
Google
be honest,
Keep
I
then.
already thought this will apply to half the features that they announced. I kind of thought this already existed.
Incredible to see the pace of innovation rolling out
But
across
whatever.
our products. Supporting all
Like,
of this at scale for our
AI
users,
already,
while
like
also
in
serving
chat,
enterprises
already
and developers
understands
around
if
the
you
world.
ramble and if you
Requires
tell it, no,
massive
scratch
investments
that,
in
do this
infrastructure.
instead. And it
And
could
we've been
already
investing
create
for today
docs.
and for the
So it's
future.
just combining
In
these two
2022, we were spending
capabilities.
$31 billion
What is it
annually
even
in
previewing?
CapEx.
Nothing new here.
This
This is
year, we
this is
expect
going
that
to
number to be about
yeah,
6
Plasma
times
Void.
that.
That's the problem with you
Approximately
actually like being
180
informed
to
about tech.
$190 billion.
All of this is
A key
designed
part
to
of this
convince
investment is our custom
completely
silicon.
new customers
A decade ago, we
and
announced
completely
our
new
very first
investors,
commercial
right?
tensor processing unit, or
So
TPU,
this is why they
on this I/O
basically
stage.
regurgitate the same
Since then,
thing
we
over
have
and over
transformed
again.
how the industry builds for AI.
This is at least
recently
interesting. So
announced
tell
our
me,
eighth
us, how good
generation
is
of
the
TPUs
TPU
at
going to be?
CloudMax. For the first time, we have taken a dual-chip approach with specialized architectures for training and inference, TPU 8T and 8I.
Okay.
While they may look similar, they're actually pretty different. 8T is optimized for large-scale pre-training, and it's nearly 3 times
Yep,
the raw
I
computing
agree, it's
power of our
lifeless.
previous generation.
That's cool.
We have taken a fundamentally different approach.
This is
with our
going to
training
eat up
infrastructure.
it is going to
With
contribute to
Jackson
eating up all the
pathways, our
memory,
training
all
is
the
no longer
advanced
constrained
nodes, all the
by the
advanced
limits of a single
packaging.
massive data center. Instead, we can now
Hmm.
seamlessly distribute training across multiple sites, scaling across more than 1
And this
million
is a huge
TPUs
attack
globally.
againt NVIDIA.
This gives us the ability to
Plasma
create
Void,
the
I shall
largest
continue
training
watching.
cluster in the
Well,
world.
you're at least
For
getting a
model
very
builders, this means training
human
larger,
factor in
more
my
capable
reactions,
models in
but
weeks rather
honestly,
than
I'm
months.
already pretty bored.
TPU 8i is designed for inference. We have dramatically improved speed at every step, because if we learn anything in 27 years of working on search, it's that latency matters. To give you a live sense of what this speed feels like, here's a prompt on an upcoming Flash model.
Let
if
me
it were
guess,
running
it's not
on
actually that
8i.
much faster. This is
I'll
why
ask
you're
it to
showing
create
it
a
like
Chrome
this.
Dino game, push submit. The response is generated in real time. As you watch, take a look at the tokens per second in the top right corner. The speed is pretty incredible, nearly 1,500 tokens per second.
So how much faster
It
is it?
almost took longer to write out the request, and the game is pretty fun too.
No, it's. I mean, it's literally not, but okay. God.
In addition to speed, we are also thinking about scaling sustainably.
Okay.
Both chips are more energy efficient, delivering up to 2 times.
Wait,
better
you didn't
performance
actually
per watt.
show us a comparison in
TPUs have
terms
been
of
hard at work training
in
for
terms
I/O
of
this year.
gen to
I'm
gen.
told we have a behind-the-scenes look.
Like you even said, we focused on latency, but you didn't name us how much lower the latency is versus last gen. Because like with a promise of 3 times faster training, you would assume it's at least 50% faster in inference.
Rare oncology data sets. You?
Simulated the next 50 years of climate data.
I made a picture of a pug.
What?
You ever see a pug dressed like an accountant?
No.
You wanna?
All right, listen up, TPUs. IO's starting soon, and we got a job to do. Actually, we got trillions of jobs to do. So clear cache, Timmy.
Huh?
Dry your fans. Let's fire it up.
Oh, great. Licensed music. Can you get this video demonetized? Show a little improvement. The Rocky had to montage.
Hey, what are you doing?
I'm doing the montage thing.
Yep.
Yeah, well, how about you montage your way down here and help out?
What? Like now? All right,
You
coming.
wanna show them to go from a beginner to a pro. Gotta have a montage. Always have the South Park version in my head.
I bet Timmy TPU will be ready to teraflop right into bed after I.O.
Oh wow, cringe dad jokes. I
compute
appreciate
innovations enable
that.
our
I actually didn't
There
hate
are
that
three
one as
areas
much as
where I
I
want to
should
go
have.
deeper today
That's
to
the
show you
kind
the
of joke
progress
I
in
would have
each.
done. Yep.
Models, coding, and agents. Let's start with the exciting progress in world
These
models.
people are lost.
With world models, AI is moving from
Plasma Void
predicting
writing
text
like a
to
manifesto.
simulating
Watching
reality.
these presentations makes me
Demis and the
realize
team
even
at
more how
Google
much Apple
DeepMind
leads the
have
way.
been working
Yeah,
to
in terms
push
of
the
actual
boundaries
understanding
what
of
these
the
models can do.
relationship between
Let me
tech
invite
and
Demis out to share
consumer.
more.
And Google isn't disconnected from that as much. It's really just this AI push. Like when you think how much Google search and even Gmail, and especially something like YouTube, have transformed our usage of tech, not maybe our understanding of tech. You see how much Google has contributed, and I feel like they're undoing so much of it with this.
Is just a few years away. Today, I'm excited
Wait, what
to
is
share
a few years away?
intelligence is just a few years to plan and act on our behalf. And artificial general intelligence is just a few years away.
Wasn't it supposed to come out last year?
Today, I'm excited to share the progress we've done. This is a crucial aspect of achieving AGI, and we will be in Gemini Omni.
What does it do?
Our new model that can create anything from any input. It combines Gemini's intelligence with the best of our generative media models. For a new
I mean,
level
I
of
feel like we have
well-understanding
had this like
multi-modality
20 times over again. Like,
Models
didn't you
like
call
Neo,
this
Nano,
multi-modality
Banana,
and
are able
everything
to
last
create
year?
Extremely realistic videos, images, and interactive simulations. Although not perfect, they already demonstrate some impressive notions of intuitive physics. And with Omni, we've now
It's
made
not.
even
It does
more
not
progress.
have intuition.
It's a step change in simulating
That's not what
things like
artificial
kinetic energy
intelligence
and
is. It has no intuition. It
Previous
has
systems would have
reference
found these
points.
concepts difficult. Gemini's world knowledge and reasoning really shine in Omni. It can translate complex ideas into highly
Okay, so it's
accurate
essentially a super large
So, for example, you can give it a simple prompt,
multimodal
like make a
model.
claymation explainer of protein folding, and get this.
Proteins start as chains of amino acids. They fold into patterns
Bless
like the
Mark's
alpha
heart for
helix,
watching
and
this.
flat sections called
Gonna
beta
need
sheets,
something against the
forming a
blood
perfect
pressure of this
three-dimensional
heart.
But the initial generation
Good
is
that
just
I'm
the
not
start.
drinking Coke
The
right
creative
now.
process
Like
is
just
rarely a
driving up
single
the blood
step.
pressure
It's usually
further.
iterative.
I feel
Just
like this
Nano
has been
Banana redefined image editing,
like this has been
Omni
like,
gives you
am
a
I
more natural
crazy?
way to
Like,
edit
isn't this
video
something
with
that
conversational language.
are they just gonna price
What's
this
really
higher?
cool
Is
you
this
can
why
give
it's a
it your
separate
own
model?
videos, for example, this selfie, and change reality in a really fun way. You can easily adjust the details and style, or even add elements.
Yeah, I feel like
And the
this
whole
has
scene
been
morphs into a
possible.
flexible
Am I
new
wrong?
idea.
Like, I mean, if you showed me like a last gen model, right, and you said, well,
simple
just as
circle
Gemini
turns into a black hole,
3.5
or
powering
neatly scroll
Gemini
comes to life.
Omni.
Anything becomes a canvas for
I
creating
feel like
entirely
that
new
would
realities.
work on
Let's
me
take
at
a
least
look
a
at what
little
Omni
bit,
can
or
do.
you could show me this is the pricier model. We are sorry, but because of like the shortages and everything, this is behind the paywall, but we hope to roll it out. Here's how much better it is versus the free model, but hey, look how good the free model is. What is this exactly? I feel like this has existed before. Troglodytes, okay. Yeah, I feel like this has been done already. Like maybe this is just so much better, but without before and after comparisons, it's like impossible for me to say. Like you see, people aren't like
Video, but over time,
like even if
Omni
you're
will be able to
excited for
generate
AI,
any
you are not
output
really
from
sure
any
what
input.
exactly is being
This
shown
was
here
always our
versus
goal
what
with
has
Gemini,
already been shown
and
for
why
like the
we
last
built
4
it
years in a
multimodal
row.
From the very start. It was a harder path, but the foundation is now paying off. Today we're launching the first model in the Omni family, Gemini Omni Flash. It's now available across our products, and you'll hear more about this later.
Strifle drinking enough
We're
Coke
excited
for the
with the
both
progress
of
we're
us.
making, and
Snore
we'll be
some
able to share
too.
more about Omni Pro soon.
Thank you.
We
Oh,
can't
I
wait
haven't seen
to
your
see what
name
we
in a
create.
while, but I remember
Back to
you,
you, Sridhar.
Strifle. Coming soon to D APIs.
Thanks, Demis. This
to
is
our
huge progress.
APIs, whatever.
As generative AI gets better, so does the need for greater transparency. Research shows people can correctly identify high-quality deepfake videos only about a quarter of the time.
Yeah,
3 years ago,
I'm
we
way
launched
higher than
Synthide,
that.
our
I've done these
watermark that
tests.
is
I'm like at
invisible
over
to the naked eye.
75%. But
Since
still,
launch,
it's
Synthide
getting
is
more
now
difficult,
watermarked
especially
over
if it's like
100
an
million images and
isolated
videos,
image.
along
In
with
videos,
60,000
I'm closer
years
to
of audio
90%.
assets. Millions of people are using our Synthide detector in the Gemini app to verify AI.
Why? Why do you need that? Why you
We are
should
now
have
going a
that?
step
Like I know
further
you do have
and
that in the
adding
Photos app and
content
everything, but you
credentials
should have it like
verification
is
across
system
products.
wide. You shouldn't have
will
to
show
push
you
it into the
if
Gemini
the origin
app.
of the content was AI or a camera, and if it's been edited with generative AI tools.
I'll
In
drink
this
some
example,
water.
Gemini can tell this photo was captured with a pixel camera and then edited with Google Photos.
Okay.
We want more people to have easy access to these tools. So we are expanding both SynthID and content credentials verification to search and Chrome.
Okay, that's good, right? I'll not hate on them. I hope that the industry just generally becomes very aggressive on that stuff.
Right-click in Chrome and ask, was this
Brandon Lee,
generated with AI?
do you game at all?
you'll get a
Yeah,
clear
I am a
response along with
PS5
other
gamer.
helpful
I just
context.
recently finished Resident
For
Evil
example,
Requiem,
this image
and
was
I've been
making
playing the
rounds on
DLC,
social
the free
media
one.
last year. It's obviously fake. I don't eat hamburgers.
Oh, true.
It might not be as clear to everyone else. That's where these tools can be really useful.
You know, I could see
Of
that
course,
it's
this only
AI.
works
I
at
just,
scale if more
I
partners
just,
decide to
the
watermark
hamburgers
their
weren't the
own
giveaway.
AI-generated
It was the
content.
weird lighting. Yeah, I have the
NVIDIA signed on to
PS5 Pro. I have the
Synthide last
PS5 Pro with a 2
And today I'm
terabyte
thrilled to
NVMe
announce
drive
that
inside, so a
OpenAI,
4 terabyte
Kakao,
system.
and 11 Labs are adopting SynthID too.
I have no idea what Kakao is.
It's great to see the cross-industry collaboration. We are looking forward to expanding
I
to
assume
more
Apple's
partners
collaboration
and setting
thus
the
far
standard
was
of transparency
unnecessary
for the AI
because
era.
they don't produce that much
That's a look at the
generative
progress we are
AI.
making with world models.
It would be interesting to have that
let's
with
talk
text.
about what's next for our
If
Gemini
like, if
3
like you
family.
copy pasted
Gemini
text
3
from
launched a few months ago
Gen
with a full
AI
family of
and
models.
it showed up in
been our
your like
most adopted series
paper, and
We have
you
loved
could
seeing
see that
developers
it's
use
actually
Flash as their
AI,
daily
even though
driver
you might
and build
like
incredible
it's just
experiences
text,
with
right?
pros
You just
deep
copy
reasoning and
pasted
multimodal
text.
capabilities. We've been hard at work on improving these models, especially focused on agentic coding, long horizon tasks, and real-world workflows.
Like obviously
And
there would
today
be
I'm
ways around
excited
it, like
to
just
introduce
manually
Gemini 3.5
like typing it
Flash.
in, but still. Oh, I
our
told
first
you
in a
it would be
series of
Gemini
models.
3.5, guys. And I didn't read any of the leaks, so don't
Combining
start with that.
frontier
I do not
intelligence
give
with
a
action.
crap about
Two
Google
things I
I/O
would
leaks.
highlight. First, when compared to 3.1 Pro, Flash is better across the board, almost all benchmarks.
Almost,
Made
like, it's
huge
better
progress in
across the
coding.
board.
And look
Almost
at that
all
extraordinary jump in
benchmarks.
GDP value,
These are
a
not
benchmark that
entirely the same
captures many
statement,
real-world
Sundar.
economically valuable tasks.
Excuse me,
Second,
Mr. Pichai.
3.5 Flash is a very capable model at the frontier and comparable to the best models, but much, much faster. Which is why when you look at the intelligence versus output speed, it's in a whole league of its own.
It's
in the top
slower
right
than
quadrant.
GPT
When looking
5.5.
at output tokens per second,
But that's
it's 4
pretty
times faster than
competitive
other
with
frontier models,
4.7
and
Max
it's
with
incredible
Claude.
delight to use. The new model has been a game changer for us internally at Google.
Yeah, and you
We've
can
been
also
using
see
3.5
why
Flash with
Anthropic
the reimagined
struggles.
version
Not
of our
only do they
agent-first
have
development
fewer
platform,
resources than
Anti-Gravity,
OpenAI or
and it's
Google,
dramatically
but their
accelerated how we
models
build.
are very
In
compute
March,
heavy.
we were
Like
processing 500 billion
they have
tokens a day
difficulty putting out
internally
stuff.
for our developers. We've been doubling every few weeks, and now we are processing more than 3
This
trillion
is
tokens a day.
this is why
This
an
scale has
8
created a
gigabyte
powerful feedback
Windows
loop,
Surface laptop
helping
will
us
cost
improve
1299, by the
And
way.
of course, we are bringing
It's
it
this
today to
kind of
developers in
progress of
Anti-Gravity.
token
Varun
output.
is going to share more.
This is boring as fuck. This is more like an investor
Really
conference.
an amazing time to be a builder. We move beyond
Damn,
AI tools that
that's
help
like
us
a
write
real
to
looks
agents
maxer
that help us
chin.
act.
And no, I'm not an honest follower of Luxmaxers. I just like the words. It's all stupid, obviously. The Gemma 4 models run great on the MacBook. Yeah, they do. I also have the smallest Gemma 4 in locally AI on my iPhone. Yeah.
To nail the core agent-powered
it's not. They don't have something in the 27 to 35 billion range. That's
actively use anti-gravity.
I always forget which company puts those out.
Preferences.
I believe it's version 3.6 at this point, whatever it is, and that's the best like medium weight model that you can run locally in like a 24, 32 gigabyte system. But for very small systems, 8, 12 gigabytes, this is where Gemma 4 actually is really good. I
Gemini
agree.
audio models and integrations with many services and platforms like Android, Firebase, and Google AI Studio.
I have no idea what we are talking about at this point. You can also see that the audience is barely following, right? Like, look at these faces. They're not reacting. Yeah, Quent. Yeah, right. Quent 3.6. Thank you, Strife.
Is anti-gravity 2.0.
I don't know. Why did I pronounce you Strifle before that? I think I read the 7 in Strifle 57 as Strifle. I'm sorry, Strife. Thank you. You also became the #1 yapper. Congratulations.
Conversations, agent-produced artifacts, and multi-agent orchestration. Like I said, unabashedly.
And you guys, I hope what you hear from here is I do not hate AI. I use it myself. I use it locally. I use it in the cloud. I got from my, not from my carrier, from PayPal, I got a year free of Perplexity. And I use it, even like the voice mode. I've used it to discuss some history books that I've read and to catch up on some old physics theorems that I have a little bit forgotten from high school and stuff like that. And it worked very well for that stuff. I'm just,
being engineers,
this is Google I/O. It feels like nothing else is happening at this point. Do you not prefer PC gaming because of Windows? Yes, mostly yes. I do like the overall simplicity of consoles, even versus the Mac. But as an overall versatility form factor, I would prefer PC if it weren't for Windows. So I'm actually really happy that like Linux is doing a little bit in that regard. But to me, it seems like PlayStation 6 is going to become once again my main gaming platform. Not only did PlayStation just commit to not publish their narrative-based single-player games on PC at all. So games like Ghost of Yotei and Saros, which launched recently, they're never going to see a PC launch, at least not under current leadership. But the PlayStation 6 is not launching alone. It's also launching alongside the handheld. And to somebody, it's a little bit too far away to pick up, unfortunately. But somebody who even got a PS Portal to play on remotely from my PS5 Pro, that's very good. Yeah, and they do have a 26B and a 31B models run great quantized to 4-bit. Yep, exactly. Quen is really good.
Anti-gravity agents wrote every line of code, from the scheduler to the memory management to the file system. Generated, audited, and tested entirely by an autonomous team of
Then why are you here? Just let AI do all that stuff. If it can do all that, why do we need programmers like you guys? Obviously, that's meant sarcastic. Some of my best friends are programmers. I know this sounds like the racist joke, right? Some of my best friends are black or whatever. But in this case, it's true. My question is, like, I feel like there's so much that implication. First of all, free macOS advertisement. You guys know I post about this on Discord and on Twitter. By the way, if you go into the beginning of our live stream, please consider joining our Discord. If you are liking the content I put out, you will find me there doing basically what I do live, but much more regularly because it's not as prevented by my work schedule and everything. The thing I wanted to say is the way these people are talking about it, they basically are saying, oh, most jobs are going to become at least human side irrelevant and whatever. But quite clearly, that's not really happening. But okay. But yeah,
While it's running,
basically my
let's take a tour
prediction
of
is
anti-gravity
to
2.0.
everyone in the Apple
As you can see,
community here,
anti-gravity 2.0
I
is
think
very
that
much
it's very
agent first,
likely
with all of
that
your conversations on the left
most of
side
the
panel
models that
and
we're
all of your
going to see,
projects.
because
Let's
Apple
take a
obviously
peek at one
uses
of
a
the
variety
conversations
of
that I've
their
previously
own
had.
models depending on the task,
I was curious for this
but
demo
these
about some
models
fun
are
facts
going
about
to
you.
be mostly
So I asked
based
the
on
agent to
Gemini
do some research.
3.5.
It generated some
Like, I
plots
would assume that
on the
they
right
have been
side panel,
built
and
on
then
top
finally,
of
it also
Gemini
generated a
3,
cool artifact for me.
3.1 already,
It even
and will
generated
be
an
updated
infographic
over the
using
next
Animate
coming
Editor Pro.
months to be based on
It generated some graphs
3.5.
using the code we
Wherever,
just
of
wrote.
course, it actually makes an
And then
improvement,
afterwards, it
right?
generated
Something
some
that
cool
runs
tables.
extremely locally and
As you can
might be
see,
constrained by
Anti-Gravity
RAM and
2.0
whatever
is
might not
unabashedly
even
agent
benefit
first,
as
and has
much
been
from like an
optimized
upgrade
to be
internally
the
to
best surface
3.5.
for you to interact with agents.
Oh,
Let's take a look at the
anti-gravity, I
previous
guess, is
conversation and see how
agentic
it's going.
stuff. Whatever. It feels like this is the same
Anti-gravity
thing
ended up
that
doing a
we've
whole host
already
of
seen a
research,
billion times
ended up
over.
writing over 100 lines of code, and then finally built the operating system. Let's take a peek and see if it works. Moment of truth.
Run Doom.
Amazing.
Wait, free Doom? Like, I understand free Doom. What's happening?
That never gets old.
All these tools and updates from AI companies are starting to
playing
blur.
Doom on an
Exactly.
operating system that
To the
anti-gravity
point
built
where,
is both
in
fun and
order to
impressive.
make me
It
care
hasn't
about
stopped
them
there.
during a keynote,
Task these
I feel
agents
like you
to
need
build a photo
actually
editing
like
real-time
nothing
messaging
to
app,
attack
and a
this
multi-user
specific
collaboration
guy or
platform,
whatever, or even
all
Sundar.
with the same
But
results.
you need a real
Multi-day engineering
personality,
efforts
somebody
are
with a little
collapsing in
pizzazz.
hours, if not minutes.
And yes, I'm
This was
straight.
made
But
possible
I can
by
still
the
do
new
that. That's
sub-agent
not
teamwork
cultural
capability. We're
appropriation.
excited to
Gay
bring this to you
community
as an
doesn't
early
have
user preview
exclusive
in
rights
Anti-Gravity.
to this move. It's just cool. Like, it's just all culture. Everything blends together, right? I feel like
Last but not
you
least,
need somebody who
3.5
can
Flash is
present this and
incredibly
actually make
fast.
sure this
Like
is
Sundar
something
said,
that we have done
it's 4 times
before,
faster
but
than
it's
other
way
frontier
better.
models.
And here the
As we know,
specific new
agentic
things.
coding is a
We've
token
already
monster.
struggled to
So
see
we've
that
taken it to
with
another level in
Gemini
Anti-Gravity.
Omni, where
We've
they're like,
optimized
oh,
Flash
here's
to
Gemini
be not
Omni
just 4 times,
Flash.
but
And I'm like,
12
but it
times
doesn't
faster
seem
in
like
Anti-Gravity.
Omni as a multi-model thing is actually very much suited for Flash and fast. Right?
We're thrilled to give
So
you
I'm a
all
little
a
bit
taste of this
confused.
experience starting today. What we showed you today isn't just a vision. It's how we're building Anti-Gravity to be the most complete agentic development platform.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
for
So
everyone.
I at
We're
least I
doing it with the
remembered what
Google
anti-gravity is. I
Whether
just
it's integrating tech stacks and tools that you already use, or using Anti-Gravity's agent harness to power the next crop of agentic experiences across Google products.
okay,
Today, Anti-Gravity 2.0 is available globally for everyone.
okay.
Join us in the developer keynote as we demo all the new capabilities.
Yeah. So this
Back to
this
you,
is
Sundar.
very much nerdy stuff. I'm fine with that, obviously. It is a developer conference, so there
Thanks,
will be
Varun.
stuff
It's
that
incredible
obviously
that
for me
Varun's
with my
entire
medical
OS was built by a
background,
team of sub-agents
tech is a hobby
in just
for
12
me.
hours
Like
for
obviously
such a
some
low
stuff of
cost.
this will go over
What's
my head,
amazing about
but
Flash
I
is
still
how it
feel like
delivers
you could be
frontier-level
presenting it
capabilities
better.
at less than half the price of comparable frontier models. We've heard that many
But
companies
how
are
does it
already
compare
blowing
to
through their
Gemini
annual token
3.1?
budgets, and it's only
Well,
May.
but some fairness
If companies
comparison.
used a mix of Flash and other frontier models, they could save a lot of money. To put this in perspective, top companies in Google Cloud are processing about 1 trillion tokens a day. If
Yeah.
they shifted 80% of their workloads from other frontier models to 3.5 Flash,
$1
they'd
million.
save over $1 billion annually.
Okay.
That is real savings.
$1
they can pour back into
billion.
their Gemini 3.5 Flash is available for everyone today across our products and APIs.
Yeah, so I would very much believe now that Apple's models are going to be built on Gemini. Maybe the first
We're
demo
also
versions
excited
are
for
actually going to
3.5
be
Pro.
Gemini
We're using it
3.1
internally, showing great
infused,
improvements.
but
I know you can't
yeah.
wait to get your hands on it. Give us until next month to get it to you.
And like
Gemini
I don't
3.5
understand
and
this kind.
anti-gravity
Like
are
I do
unlocking
understand.
a
Obviously,
new
you
world
need
of
some time in
agents
the oven.
and
But
agentic
if it's
capabilities.
coming in a month,
We've been
you couldn't
bringing
give us a
agents to
preview.
developers
That's
and enterprises
strange.
for a while. Now, we are super focused on bringing the power of agents safely and securely to consumers so that they work for everyone. You will see
And this
agentic
is, by the way,
experiences
this
across
is
many
one
of
thing
our
where
products
Google
today.
actually needs to
I'm
talk to investors
particularly
a little
excited
bit
for
because
what
when
we
it
are
comes to
bringing right
agentic
into the
stuff,
Gemini app.
they're behind Anthropic and
Introducing Gemini
OpenAI.
Spark.
Their tools have not
It's
been
your-
really good at agentic integration. God, I hate that term agentic, but whatever.
It's your personal AI agent. That
Yeah,
helps
you see,
navigate
Gemini
your digital
Omni,
life,
Gemini
taking
Spark,
action on your behalf and
anti-gravity,
under your
all
direction.
these tools, there's so
It
many
runs on
names, and so
dedicated
many of these
virtual
names
machines
just
on
feel
Google
like,
and it's
is Gemini
24/7.
Spark a
And
speed
yes, you
or
can
a
close your
precision
laptop.
of Gemini, like Gemini Flash and Gemini Pro, or is it something entirely
It's
different?
powered
Like,
by Gemini
obviously, in this case, we know
3.5
it's your personal AI
and the
agent.
Google anti-gravity harness, which allows it to perform long-running tasks.
But why does this
easily in the
even
background.
need a specific name
Spark
is
will
my
interface
question.
seamlessly with
Like
tools,
Gemini has
starting
obviously
with our
been
own,
doing
and in
agentic
the
work
coming weeks
and
with third-party
integrates with
tools through MCP.
tools like
And
anti-gravity.
you can work with
Do we
Spark
need a
however is
separate
most
name for
convenient,
this as well?
in the Gemini app or soon through email and chat. Let's have Josh come up and share more.
Oh, the Android presentation, the Android show was so much better. Like the presenters were more lively. It feels like because they actually had real world things to show off, at least like that dictation feature.
We have the new Gemini
But
Open. It's been
Google never
completely
disappoints
redesigned.
us with
We'll
boring
talk about
events.
that later in the show.
The
And I
Android
wanna take
event
you into
wasn't
Spark
boring. It was
And
cringe
what you
in
can
part,
see
and it was
immediately in the
confused
dashboard
as
with all the
most
different
Google
tasks
events
that I
are.
have going on in the
But this
background.
is
It
actually
allows you to
becoming
check in on these
boring.
things.
Yeah.
And I'll paste
Sounds
in
like an open
a task
claw
right off the bat. This
competitor,
is a pretty
maybe.
straightforward example,
Could
but
be.
it's so
Yeah.
useful. Help me draft an
More
email to the team,
explicitly
compile
agentic
everything
versus
about our recent
so
Gemini
something
Live
that
launches
keeps all of this
and
in
wins from
mind,
the
right?
last week.
Yeah.
Use/Ghostwriter.
While
So there's a
in
few things
chat, it's
happening
more
here.
like prompt,
Compile
answer,
everything.
prompt,
This goes
answer.
across
Here it's
docs,
like do this
email,
and keep
your
please
chats.
doing that.
It
Right?
grabs
Yeah,
the
it makes
most
sense.
important
By the way, hello Mark.
that
Hope
you
you're
need
doing
for
well.
this update.
Hope you're doing
It
well as
also is gonna use
well.
all of the
Thank you
stuff
so much
you
for
see
finding my
in the
streams
time
again.
period of the last week with this /Ghostwriter. That's a personal skill that I've written, so the email sounds like me.
Yeah, it
And what's
seems
great
like
is
it's
that
an
in
open
Spark,
claw
you can upload your
competitor. Yeah.
favorite skills you find online. So we're going to let this run in the background. You can see it's already started.
Which
doing
honestly, that
various
would have
tool
been
calls.
quite
Now
a
I'm gonna
good
switch
way
over
to
another
advertise
one
it, right?
from
At
our
least that
personal
would
life. We're creating
create
a big
instantly
block
some
party.
familiarity.
And you can see here,
Obviously,
this is
you
a
don't
pretty
want to mention
complex
your
prompt. We
competition
want
too
help
much,
grabbing
but
all the
especially if you felt
RSVPs,
very
keep a
confident
list
in
of
it,
who's
you could
bringing
show it
what.
open
Remember to
claw
email those
versus
neighbors
this.
who haven't signed up yet. And what's amazing here is Spark will go through step by step. Look at all these steps.
Yeah, I
all the
like
time
that.
it saves you going
So I've
through.
always made
And
the
again,
argument
work
that
across
AI
the
is
various
best
skills and
when
apps
it
that you
feels
have.
really much
And what's really amazing is it'll break it
beholden
down
to you,
and also
almost
be able
like
to
in the
generate
military
files
way. It
for
has
you.
to respond to
first
what
one
you're
here, this is a
saying and
live
provide you the
RSVP
individual
tracker
steps, not
right
just
in
the
Google
results.
Sheets. You can see that it shows who's confirmed and who hasn't.
Yeah.
What's amazing about this
And
is
I
it'll
like the
actually
icon,
update
at
because
least.
it's connected to Gmail.
I do miss
So
live
with
demos from
Thompson,
Apple.
row
It
8
depends. Some
RSVPs
stuff
it'll
needs
update, which is
live
pretty
demos. It's just
The
the
other
point
thing is
is,
it keeps
for
track
me,
of
whether it's
all the
live or
different
not,
guests,
I
as
just
well as
care about the
sending
demo
follow-up
ultimately
reminders to
being
who
truthful,
hasn't signed
right?
up yet.
That there's
So again, this
nothing
will
that's
happen.
like
It'll create the
completely
drafts
made up.
under my
And there will
control.
be
I
stuff
can
that's
send them.
aspirational.
And then finally,
This
what
is
the
why I
prompt did is it
disagree when
created
people
a
saying, oh,
fake
Apple
deck
just
for
flat out
block
lied
party. And you
about
can
Apple
see creates
Intelligence
right in
with
Google Slides,
iOS 18,
perfectly
right?
integrated.
They
And you
were
can see that it pulls in
2/3
things like
there,
our giant
but
bounce
those
house that's
extra
gonna be in the cul-de-sac.
30% just were
Now,
way
all of this
harder
is
than they
happening
anticipated.
in the
So it
background
made
and under
sense
my
that they would
control.
show something
And
that's
what's amazing is
aspirational
Gemini
and more
can even go a
advanced
step further
in a
and
way
pull
than
out
they
things
actually
like
were capable
your
of.
neighborhood homeowners
But
association won't let you set this up before
but for the
Friday
most
afternoon
part,
of
I'm
June 5th.
fine with an
That's pulling from a
artificial
file in my
demo
Google Drive.
or
So
a
it's incredibly
pre-recorded demo
helpful
or
about how
a
it pulls it all
simulated
together.
demo if it
Now,
if the
that's
actual
Spark
final
working on a
products ends up
laptop.
being, of
Spark
course,
is also
correct in a way,
amazing on
right?
the go. And it works
Hard way,
across
Google
both
has such
Android
boring
and
events.
iPhone.
Thank you guys
So
so
here you
much
can
for
see on my
watching.
phone here,
This
I'll
event
open
is
it up and I can go
oh,
into
an
Spark.
iPhone.
You see both of the tasks we just went through, they sync across all your devices, which is so helpful.
Okay.
And Spark is amazing at just brain
Jesus, they already did macOS advertisement despite having these Lenovo laptops out there. Now they're making iOS ads. You know they're trying to appease investors here, right? Because investors associate Apple tech with actual financial success. So Google is showing their software features on Apple's hardware. It's insane. This should actually be driving up Apple's stock, in my opinion, for today. Oh, Apple is actually
third
with
one, create a
NVIDIA,
document
the
with
only
the
big
top
tech
things
company
my
that's
wife
up
and I
right
need to
now.
do for
Google is
before the
down
end of
one
the
and a half
school year.
percent, Microsoft is down
Categorize it by
1%,
deadline
Tesla
and
is down
priority.
1.5%,
Make it easy
and
to
Amazon is down
digest. I don't want to miss
2.3%.
anything.
I never have meta
All
on
right,
the
so we'll
top.
send that in, and you can see at the speed of my voice, it's taking that one task.
iPhone
and
is
it will
iPhone.
capture all of that
In a way, it
content as
is,
fast
right?
as I can
In a
talk.
way, iPhone
It
is
starts
kind
out as a
of
single thread here,
phone,
and the
right? You can kind
background
of
is
put
actually
the
gonna
eye
go
in
through
like
and break those
brackets on
down
the
into
second one.
individual tasks. Now, I can just put my phone away and get on with my day, and Spark works in the background for me. We'll check in later and see how it's doing.
Calendar meeting, yeah, all that stuff. I always feel like, how busy do you actually have to be
You
to
can see, this is
automate
one
some
of
of
the
this
first
stuff?
times we've
Like,
been able to put a
I've
phone
certainly
down and let
never
it keep
been
working on the iOS
like
stage. It's great.
email busy that much,
Because we're
plus whatever
prioritizing
emails I
safety,
do
we're rolling
respond
out
to, I
Gemini
genuinely,
Spark
because of
deliberately
obviously
to trusted
private patient
testers this
data
week,
and
as a
just me
beta
being
for
beholden
US
to
Google
in
AI
respect to my
Ultra
professor and
subscribers
stuff
next
like
week.
that. It just
We
doesn't
want
feel
this new
right
type of help
to
to
give
be
it to
in as
AI,
many hands as
certainly not
possible.
to a cloud
So to
AI.
do
Maybe
that,
I
we're
will do some
introducing a
tasks,
new
at least partially in
Ultra
the
plan
local
for
AI.
$100 a month.
Yay! Wait, how much did it cost before?
And for those of you
Yeah,
that
you see,
need
people are
maximum
not
limits,
very
we're
happy.
dropping the
This was
price
a
for our top tier Ultra plan from $250 a month to $200 a month.
I don't think this is actually convincing anyone.
And there's so much more to come. Later this summer, Gemini Spark will operate directly within Chrome, acting as your agentic browser
Why?
across the web. It can take action.
What does it? What
on
do
your
I
tasks
need in the
under your
browser
direction.
done? Oh,
We're
is it
also
for like
building
web
a dedicated
apps?
home base for your agents on your phone, Android Halo, which is coming later this year. As Sundar said, we've entered a new
Wait,
agentic
show
era
us.
across
What was
Google,
it?
and we can't wait to see
Wait,
what you're
what
gonna
was
build
it? Was
with Halo.
local model?
Building a dedicated home base for your agents on your phone, Android Halo, which is coming later this year.
What does it mean?
As Sundar said, we've entered
Spark getting things done on your behalf.
What does it mean?
I've played around with all sorts of agents, and you can really see the potential. But it's still early days.
Why isn't like a Google Spark app? Why is Spark
secure,
inside
truly
Halo
helpful.
now?
That's why I'm really
How
excited
many
by
different
Gemini Spark.
brandings for all of this do we
We are laying
need?
the foundation to bring this all together in a safe and secure way to consumers everywhere. Look forward to having you all try it. We
Oh
are
my God,
firmly
guys,
in our
we are.
agentic
I just
Gemini era.
noticed we are 45
Gemini
minutes
Spark
into
is
the event.
First experience you're seeing made possible by 3.5 models and anti-gravity. This combination gives us new ways to accelerate our mission and to transform our products to be radically more helpful. And I can't wait to see how it will transform search, our ultimate moonshot. This past year has proven just how much innovation is possible right at the heart of our information.
I'll be honest,
And as we
guys.
enter this agentic era,
I'll not obviously
search will
argue
be
Gemini
more
3.5 seems
and
better
powerful
than
than
Gemini
ever before.
3.1. I
Let
mean,
me
it
turn
better
over
be.
the list
And
to
it's
share
good that they're
what's
bringing
next.
down some prices. I just feel like everything is just like 5% better than it was before, which is not bad. That's okay. But it feels like I'm like, well, what exactly is new? We had multimodal shit before. We had
Now,
agentic
sometimes
shit
the whole
before.
world is searching for the same thing. But more often, your questions are just as unique.
And
as you
all
are.
the integration stuff is
That's
very
why we set out to make
questionable.
it
It's
possible
very
to
much
ask
like,
whatever's
do I
really
need
on your mind.
these features in
Now, to
YouTube
unlock
and
this,
everything?
we've been on a journey to bring together the best of a search engine with the best of AI.
Yeah, nobody
And
asked
we
for
started
that.
this transformation with AI overviews. And if you can believe it, it was just last year on the stage that we launched AI Mode. Now it's our most powerful AI search,
No.
bringing in our most advanced Gemini models.
Oh, the
And as
AI
of
mode
today,
specifically,
we're
not the
upgrading
one
it
that
on Gemini
pops up on top.
3.5.
Yeah. Yeah, people know. You already promised that Gemini 3.5 is coming to all these things. Why are you re-announcing
1
this?
billion monthly users. And we're seeing phenomenal growth, with AI mode queries more than doubling every quarter since launch.
I mean, yeah, you kind of
As
are
people have
forcing
learned how
that.
much more search
Because
they
the
They've started
the
bringing
top
more
result has actually in many ways
So
gotten
much so that
worse
last
than
quarter we
your
saw search queries reach an
than your
all-time
algorithmic results.
But
So
what's
I
even
often
more
have to tap on the AI mode to
asking
get a
real
better
questions
answer because I'm like,
in
well,
all their
AI is
super
already
specific
there,
and
so let
detailed
me
glory.
waste your
Knowing search
resources.
can really tackle that.
Benveni, well, it's very good to ask
You're
AI how
having
to
real
make friends and
conversations
where
with
you
search,
should live.
going back and forth.
This always
deeper.
brings up the one, like
you're
you
not
guys
just asking
know
nearby
that
hikes.
example
You're
that they
asking,
always
"Can you
give.
build an itinerary for a hiking day trip
Yeah,
near me
hiking day trip,
with great
exactly.
views
Not
and
hiking day,
dog-friendly
but
trails
like
and
do
a
me,
lunch spot
like
with convenient
plan,
parking?"
do me. Yeah, maybe,
And now we're
with like a
entering the
sex
next
robot.
chapter of Google
But like, give me a
Your incredible
vacation
AI
and
features
whatever.
aren't just
And I've
in
been
search.
recently planning a
Google
trip
search
to
is
London,
AI
right?
search,
Obviously, I'm
through.
meeting my girlfriend there, so I do
Now,
not
it's an
need
AI
AI
search
to
that brings
plan my
together
days
our
that
most
much.
advanced Gemini models, our
But
newest
my
agentic
question is,
capabilities, and the full breadth of the
why
world's
would I ever want
With
this
over 1 billion
completely
facts updated
depersonalized, super
Billions of
generalized
new web pages
suggestions?
indexed every day.
Like, even if I tell
And
them, well, I
connections
like
to an
hiking,
infinite
it's like,
range of
here's
human
a hiking trip in this area
So
that you
whatever's on your mind,
suggested.
you can come
And
to
I'm
Google
like, that
and truly
just
ask
robs the fun
anything.
out of all of this.
Now, to start, I'm excited to announce we're launching
And why
a
would I
brand
ever
new
let
intelligent
Google and
search box.
everyone book that
Before,
stuff,
the
right?
search
I
box
want
was
to
a
see the
routine
prices
space,
myself, make
but
sure
now
it's actually the
totally
cheapest and
reimagined with
everything.
AI.
Or the
It
best
expands with your
thing,
curiosity.
depending on what your
And as
priorities
you
are.
ask, search helps you formulate your questions.
I want
with
to pick up
AI-powered
a new
suggestions.
hobby. Why
This
do you
goes
need,
beyond
why did you need
autocomplete.
even to write this?
It
I'm
offers
thinking about
nuances
trying
that you might not
pottery.
have even thought to add, helping
Like,
you take the exact question
Why
in
are you
mind
even
and ask
typing
it
in
with
that
ease.
much? Say, pottery
This new search
lessons
box puts
near
our most
me. You
powerful
don't
AI
even
tools
need
right
AI
at your
mode for this.
And you can ask
Like,
across
I recently
modalities, text,
started
images,
Katolishin
files,
Toryu.
videos,
This it's
and
a
search reasons
sword
across them all.
fighting. It's
Now, this
an
is the biggest
ancient
upgrade to our
Japanese
iconic search box since its debut
bojutsu
over 25
tradition,
years
right?
ago.
And
it's starting
like
to
I
roll
just
out today.
typed in like sword lessons near me. I found it. I thought it looked interesting, and that's good, right?
Next, we're making
It even
easier
wasn't
to continue
quite
the
what I
conversation with
actually
search.
originally had in
Bringing
mind,
AI
but because I
overviews
went
and
there,
AI
I
mode
met
into
really
one
nice
seamless
people.
AI
I
search
tried it
experience.
out, like,
So you can flow
and instead of
effortlessly
like
from your
doing a
question
dozen other
to the
trials, I
response
just
on the
did
main
it.
search
It's
results
essentially,
page
and now I'm
with
committed,
follow-up from
right?
AI mode.
I want
And
to
your
go as
context
far
stays
as
with you.
this port
And as the
allows.
conversation gets deeper, your links and
But
your sources
I don't
become
need
even more
AI to
relevant
do
what
any
you
of this.
might
I
not
have
do
my own
before.
brain.
So you continue to get the best of AI and the best of the web. And I'm excited to share
You get the
seamless
best
AI
of the
search
web.
experiences
Here,
live
the
today
web is like
across desktop and
not
mobile,
like 1/3.
worldwide.
You're getting as much away from search as you can
Just
without
heard Sundar and
completely
Josh share our
scaring off
approach to
customers.
agents and the potential that this can open up. Now we're taking an exciting step toward this vision, where you'll be able to create and manage multiple AI agents for your many tasks right in search.
Why? Who?
We're entering the era of search agents. Now
Why?
to start, you can set information agents to work for you 24/7 in the background. They can find you exactly what you
Oh
need,
yes, because that's
when you
exactly
need
what
it,
we
and help
need
you take
when we
action.
have extreme energy
You can spin up
shortages
multiple agents
and
search
component shortages
simultaneously
based on
to get
AI.
updated and make progress on all those things that matter to you. And these will work with and alongside Gemini Spark to help you get more done. So let's put a few to work. Say you're really into finance and you want to know more about big biotech stocks, but you want to know with PEs under 15, positive cash flows, and low debt.
There are tools
right
for
when it
that,
matters.
but yeah.
Now you can just ask all that, and your agent is off. It'll take your super complex question and map out a plan. It determines the urgency, getting that you really need in the moment intel. And it sets triggers to look out for information as it changes, and picks the tools and data hooks it needs for the job. It connects directly to our real-time finance data, so you get up-to-the-second updates on stock prices and insights on the market the moment it moves. Now, when it does, your agent sends you an intelligent and synthesized update. It helps you understand
that's
what's
too
going
bright.
on, so you can separate the signal from the noise. And it points you to hyper-relevant content.
This is a bad
like this
UI
crowdsourced
for this
research
task,
platform,
by the way.
news
It's
sites,
really
social.
bad for this.
This helps websites and creators get fresh content discovered by people who really care about it,
Oh.
when it matters most to them.
Really? It feels like
Now,
you're kind of
let's say you're marketing.
hijacking most of their data and just presenting it yourself without
your
ads
criteria,
for
like
those
location,
websites,
natural light,
without
and
data
availability.
collection for those
And your
websites.
agent will continuously scan the entire web across sites, social, and forums.
Given that
Or if you're
many
sneaker fan,
AIs
you can
currently
just ask for
struggle
updated
to
when any of
count
your
to
favorite
100,
athletes announce sneaker collabs.
I will be a little bit
And it
careful
monitors
whenever you
everything
give it a
from blogs
task.
to
Do
our
something
shopping
for
graph.
24 hours,
you don't
7
miss
days
out.
a week. Believe me.
Now you'll be able to put information agents to work for you this summer. Just ask Search to keep you updated on whatever
Oh
you
yeah,
want.
it makes sense that it's for a pro and ultra subscribers
information
because this
agents
needs a
are one
lot
of the
more
first of many
resources.
agents we're introducing in search
This also
to
makes
make it
me
more
think, by
helpful.
the way, that Google isn't profitable
So
on
whether you
pro
want
and
to
ultra
find it,
subscriptions
check it,
either.
book it, buy it,
They
or
definitely
more.
aren't on the base
Search will be
version,
able to
right?
get it done.
But they create so much
Now we're
extra
also
data
bringing
for
agentic
search
coding
and
to search.
YouTube and
So it
Gmail.
can build you
It just
custom
yeah, they make it up.
just for your questions.
Those
To show you how this
losses.
works, here's Robbie.
This was extremely boring. It not only is the feature somewhat boring, but they presented it really in the most boring way. And now I actually believe that IO stands for investors only.
We believe the best version of search
Because they
is
showed
one
like
created
this
just for you.
extremely stock
It's
searchy
a search
thing.
that gives you information in the most helpful format for your question. And we've spent years perfecting this. So if you're shopping, we give you products. Asking about data, you see charts. Looking for inspiration, you get beautiful visuals.
Yeah, but
Now,
you've kind
we're
of
taking
forgotten
this
how
a
to give
whole
out
new
alt
level.
results.
We're
Like
bringing
when I
anti-gravity
look for
and
something and I
agentic
type in
coding
like a year,
capabilities
I kind
of
of
Gemini
want to see
3.5
results from
Flash
that year
right
or something that's
into
really
search.
relevant to
So
something
search
that
can
happened
build
that
you
year.
the ideal
But you have an
format
extreme
exactly
bias
for your
towards
question.
new stuff because
Completely
you know
custom
that this is
on
the
the
material
fly.
that's gonna actually
We're talking
get
dynamic layouts,
like you
interactive
add money
widgets,
and everything.
entire experiences, all created just for you.
Sorry, my allergies are
This is
acting up.
agentic
So
coding at the scale of search.
I'm not sure the people even understand exactly what this means, right?
Let me give you an example.
iPhone,
Trying to wrap
iPhone.
my mind around astrophysics. I can go to search now and just ask, how do black holes affect space-time? And check this out. I get this interactive visual right in the AI overview. Search now
You
gets
don't
for a
get it
concept
this
complex,
fast with.
I need to interact with it to really understand it. But this is still kind of
This is cool, but
So I'm gonna
why is
follow
it
up and
doing
say,
the
"Now
model
show
by
me how
itself?
two orbiting objects like binary black holes create gravitational waves.
That's cool, yeah.
Search dynamically builds a brand new interactive visual in real time, completely custom
This is actually
for my
impressive.
specific question.
I'm not sure it's going to be as good in real world as it is here, but we've seen that
Now
a
I can
couple of
play with the
times.
parameters
iPhone,
like orbital
iPhone, by the way.
and mass ratio. It's so cool. I can see how wave patterns have changed, and now the smaller black hole spirals around the bigger one. And now that I get the basics, I can dive into these resources here and read things like the LIGO discovery papers to learn more. Now, you might be wondering, how can search actually build custom UI like this for billions
I mean, it's
of
not
unique
that
questions?
custom. It rebuilt this
With Gemini
AI
3.5
twice.
Flash,
But
search
yeah,
plans the
it's
ideal
okay,
response
right? It's still
from
impressive,
scratch.
but
It designs the layout, decides what custom components to build, fans out to do the research, and then
it's not
finally
going to be as
deploys
good
the
in
code.
real world. I
To
guarantee
build custom
it.
components like these in the response, Search invokes an agentic coding harness powered by anti-gravity. So it can read and write files.
Wait,
and
but
execute
why
code
does it
in a
need to be
secure,
agentic for
containerized
this?
environment.
Like,
This is the same tech you saw Varun
I
build,
mean, is
full
because it
OS.
codes? Is that
And we're
what
bringing that
everything
power
that's agentic about it?
into Search. Generative UI with anti-gravity is rolling out to Search this summer for everyone, free of charge.
Okay. If that actually works well, this is the first thing that I actually consider
So whatever it is you wanna
visually
understand,
and like
whether you're wondering how your watch
tactile-wise
actually
impressive.
works, analyzing the cost of a new commute, or so much more. You'll
You
get
see, it
responses
it
as
does a lot of
unique
the
as your
same
questions.
UI over and over again with
Let's
like
take
a
this
simple
step
slider, which
further.
is fine.
Some projects aren't one-off questions. They're ongoing tasks. So Search now has the ability to help you create entire
Why did we
custom
need to see her
stateful
stretching?
experiences. Tools, trackers, dashboards.
Oh,
I
because
think
she
of
was
these sort of
going on
like
a
building
run.
my own little
Wait,
mini
why
apps
did
with
you
Search,
show that? Did
and
you
I've been
generate
making
that
a ton of
video
them.
by AI and you
especially
only had like
awesome
3
for those
seconds of it
long-running
to
tasks
show?
Where you want to keep coming back, like planning a wedding or managing your home move. So, what do
No,
you think?
no,
Should we build one
no,
together?
guys, please, whatever you do, do
right.
not plan your wedding
do a demo.
or your home move with
So I'm
AI.
constantly trying
These
to
are
figure out
very
on Thursday
costly,
what it is
very
I should do
personal things
with my
that you
family
kind of
every
want to
weekend.
do yourself.
And so here's
Believe
the search
me.
I actually just did about fun things to do with my family this weekend. And of course, you get great response here from AI mode. But here's something new. Search proactively offers to build a weekend planner for me. And similar to how you just saw Search create these generative UI and interactive
Wait, why
visuals
would I want
completely
a
from
weekend
scratch,
planner
Search can
inside
code this up
Search? Why wouldn't
right
I
now.
want it as a separate
Let's do
app?
it.
Something
All
that
right.
always
So for the sake
is
of
on
today's
device,
demo, we thought
syncs
you might wanna
nicely
see
between
a
all
peek
platforms.
under the hood. So as this builds, you're going to see real-time thinking steps and code generation flowing in. And here, Search is thinking about the right
It's
components to
exact,
build,
guys.
not
I
just
told
what
you, I'm a
information to
future
fetch, but
seer.
the
I'm
best way
I'm
to
AI
present it.
here.
And I've
I'm
chosen
the
to
AI
securely
now.
connect Gmail,
Like
Photos,
I
and
told you,
Calendar,
it's
so
always
using
the same
personal
shit.
intelligence
Plan
to
the
make my
weekend for
suggestions
us.
even more
Plan the
helpful. That means
holiday trip
referencing
for
Gmail
us.
receipts, calendar,
Book
and
that
much more to
trip, and I'm
personalize.
always
And
like
boom,
it's
there it is.
always
Looks
the
like it's
same
ready.
thing to the point where I'm not.
All right, got a beautiful planner. Already taken into account driving.
You
times
have
and
calendar
weather.
apps.
And Search knows that I have
Looks
two
like
kids.
Google has tokens
and
to
that they
burn.
love
Yeah,
animals,
yeah.
and my oldest
That's the power
is
of
learning to play
making their
chess.
own
So actually,
TPUs
this
in
second
comparison
one
to
here is kinda
Anthropic
awesome for
relying
my
on
oldest, so
NVIDIA
I'm gonna go
hardware.
ahead and heart that. But you know, two
Wait,
kids.
did it struggle
so
to
I'm
do
gonna
the
go
heart?
ahead and heart that.
Wait,
but, you know,
it didn't
kinda
work
awesome
right
for my
away, right?
oldest, so
Look,
I'm gonna go ahead and
he
heart
clicked
that.
and it went away immediately.
But, you know,
Did he double
two
click
kids,
it, and
gotta
or
make 'em both
did it
happy,
really not
so
work
I'm gonna
at
lock
first?
in the Happy Hollow Park and Zoo right there. And because this syncs with my calendar, you can see it's already blocked off my afternoon to meet a friend to watch this game.
Yeah, this is cool
And
stuff
below,
in
it's got all
theory,
of these
but
cool restaurant reservations and
like
beautifully laid out
again, I
on
struggle
maps.
to see when I
Now,
would use
having
it
seen
like
this a
this.
little bit, I kinda
It
want the
feels
map
like
to
it's
be
so
higher up. And also,
so
my
not
wife and I
personal.
tried
It
to do
feels like
Friday
it's
date night,
so
I'm gonna keep
disconnected
customizing
from
this.
the
And just
actual
for the sake of
experience I would
speed,
want to
I'm gonna
have.
paste in here one more question to add Friday night date each week and move it to the top. And just like before, it's thinking through what's needed.
Guys, we are about an hour
Looking up
into the
real-time
actual
information, even
event.
checking my preferences again. Wow, it was
These
so
features
fast.
are actually
So it's
more
able to use
interesting.
all
I wish they
kinds of
started
information from
off
Google
with
to
them.
build this
I would
on
be less
fly.
tired
Now,
right now.
you can see the map right
Guys,
at the
if
top,
you're watching and
and
enjoying this, please
Friday
subscribe to
date
the
night
channel, like the
tab
video, share it
right
out with
here.
anybody who thinks
So I can scroll
might
down,
enjoy it as
I can
well.
see all of these
Comment,
really great
comment
places
live,
after the
and you
babysitter
can support
arrives.
me
Here's some awesome
directly
restaurants.
while
I'll go ahead and select it, and we're ready
with a
to go.
super chat or super sticker, or by
The weekend
becoming
plan
a
is
channel
not
member
complete
here on
till I
YouTube
get my
or
wife
support you over on
Danielle's seal of
Patreon.
approval.
It
So
really
I can
means
share
the
this
world to
app
me. It
with
helps
her.
and it
Come in
encourages
and
me
right
to do
here.
these streams more often.
Copy it.
Definitely whenever there is big
Okay,
stuff.
now I'm
So
actually gonna pull it
if
up
you
on her
have
phone.
some
So when I
money to
send this to
spare,
her, this is
that
exactly
goes
what
a
she's
long
gonna
way
see
here.
on her phone. All right, so Danielle is in, but it also looks like she might have some feedback for me when I get home, but we're gonna deal with that kind of a little bit later.
It wasn't
so all
real,
I have to do
whatever.
is say, okay, add this to my calendar, Search will add it to all of our family calendars, and we're ready to go. And next weekend, I'll be able to come back and plan a whole new weekend with my family, just like this.
Wow.
So we're bringing anti-gravity into Search, so you'll get
That's
generative
not
UI
how
this
family
summer.
weekends
Starting
work.
with
I'm
subscribers, you'll be
sorry.
able
Do
to
these
custom build
people
experiences
actually
just
have
like this
families?
in the coming months.
And it's always the same example. It's always the like that black hole UI. The fact that it
search
had
agents to
an
agentic
understanding
coding.
of physics
This is
and
an AI
mathematics
search
and
that does more
understood
for you,
what
whatever
parameters to
your
set,
question.
even if it was simplistic
Agentic
and had like
capabilities
2
are going
or
to
1.
transform all the ways
That
we
was
search,
actually
including
impressive.
how you shop.
And then it
To tell you
always
more,
goes back
here's
to
video.
plan the weekend, plan the holiday. And I'm like, bro, give it up. That's not how people interact with technology. I'm not gonna try to pronounce her name.
With the incredible advancements in AI, we are entering a whole
Great
new
outfit.
era.
Like it.
We've been building the foundation for agentic commerce, and now we are bringing that future right to you. People shop across Google over 1 billion times a day. And for years, we've connected you
Yeah,
with
we've been
brand
trying to
enablers,
hijack as much
help you
internet
get
commerce as we
exactly what
can.
you're
We
looking
know
for.
you guys have been
It
doing
starts
that.
with
We
our
know.
shopping graph, the world's most comprehensive catalog of products. It now has over 60 billion listings, and they're constantly updated.
What is shopping graph?
Combine the scale of the shopping graph with our
Oh,
advanced
that's how
Gemini
Google
models,
presents like
and you get
items,
entirely
right?
new ways
I'm
to
not
shop.
even sure people know
More
that
powerful,
term.
more intelligent, and more fun.
Oh god.
Now, when it comes to agentic commerce,
Believe me, people will
we
still
are
just go
focused
to
on
Amazon.
delivering 3 key building blocks to make this future a reality. First, the Universal Commerce Protocol, or UCP for short.
Oh, they're using that
UCP
app example,
agentic commerce.
thing where they have like
it gives agents and
like
systems
I believe they showed it
language.
for Metal,
It's an
right?
open
It's
source
like, oh,
standard
you have like
that
the
allows
game,
all
and then
the
you
key
have like the
players
underlying
to work
API
across
and
the
stuff like that, and then
entire
you have the
shopping journey.
system.
That means
And they showed it
makes
with these like
everything
rounded
from
squares on
product
top of
research
each other as
to
well. Not
checkout
that it's
to
unique
shipment
to Apple, of
tracking,
course,
totally
but you guys
seamless.
know what I mean.
And we've been thrilled to see the entire
Somebody here
industry
really
join
likes
this
shades of blue. Like,
We
despite all
co-developed
your
and launched
icons being so
UCP with an
vibrant,
incredible
every
group of founding
demonstration has
partners,
like these dark
and
to
recently
light
welcomed
blue
Amazon,
hue.
Meta, Microsoft, Salesforce, and Stripe.
Yeah, I mean, but it's not your.
They're going to help
It's not
steer this,
your
as
universal
the open
protocol.
standard.
They will
It
benefit
may
from it
very well
too.
be the first time we've all agreed on something.
But yeah, you know that people are gonna access that data through Google
And
search.
now
So
we're bringing UCP to even more verticals, like hotels and local food delivery providers, and to YouTube and more products.
oh god,
We're also
no!
expanding
YouTube is gonna
UCP
have
powered
even more
experiences
crap
on
in
Google
it.
products to more
But you
regions,
already
like
show me
Canada,
the products that are
Australia,
kind of not like
and the
necessarily
UK in the
linked, like
coming
affiliate links, sure. But you
That
can
brings
show
us
me
to
like,
our
oh, this is
second
the makeup
building
I'm
block,
trying here.
the Agent Payments Protocol.
Not that
or
I
APP.
watch a lot of makeup
So when
tutorials,
it
but that's
comes to
because that
agentic
was
payments,
the
the
example.
number one question we hear is, how do I know it just won't go off and buy something I don't want?
Yeah.
Motorcycle
I mean, you will leave the final confirmation to
it's
the
a fair
user. I
question,
understand
and
that.
it's why
But
we created AP2. It's designed so your AI agent can securely make payments on your behalf, but always under your control. For us, it comes down to two things: setting boundaries and ensuring accountability. First, let's talk about boundaries. We're now making it easy to
that's
set
what she
strict
said.
guardrails. Just tell your agent the specific brands and products that you want and how much you want to spend. It automatically makes a purchase if the criteria are met.
What? No!
But boundaries only work if there's accountability.
Wait, no! I don't want it to make the
creates a
purchase
transparent,
automatically.
verifiable link between you, the merchant, and all the payment processors. It uses privacy-preserving technology to keep your data safe, and with tamper-proof digital mandates, AP2 ensures the agent is always acting on your behalf and gives you a permanent digital paper trail. So if you ever need to make a return, you and the merchant are looking at
I
the
don't.
same record.
Why wouldn't it just link
Your
me to the
payment
freaking
info is
website?
shielded,
Just put it
the
my
data
data
stays
and then
private,
let me click.
and your
Let
purchases
me
stay
read through
secure.
that. Just make sure it's correct,
We'll
and
begin
then let me
bringing
click the
AP2
buy
to Google
button.
products in the coming
How does that
months,
even work? So
starting with
it's just
Gemini
gonna put
Spark.
in my credit card data by itself? What if I want to pay through Apple Pay or Google Play?
these
Does it ask me
protocols
for a
are powering the
confirmation at least for
foundation of
that?
this new
Does it
era,
automate that
which
somehow?
brings us to our final building block of agentic commerce. I am excited to announce the Universal Cart, a truly intelligent shopping cart. It works across merchants
She's
and
tried
across
hard
services.
to make this loud
You'll be
and
able to add
happy.
things to your
And,
cart when you're browsing
and
search,
that happens
chatting
to
with
me
Gemini,
too. Yeah, that's a
watching
common
YouTube,
thing.
or even
If you
reading
don't
your
have
email.
like your lungs
The
really
moment you
trained,
add a product,
it's like a
your cart goes to
presenter, a
work for you in the
newscaster,
background.
a streamer,
Finds deals,
suddenly
looks
going
at
from
price
regular
drops,
to
gives you insights
super
on the price
excited
history,
and happy.
and alerts you
It
when
can
something
really,
comes back in stock.
even I feel
It
it
all
now.
runs
It
on our
drives
Gemini
like the
models.
spit up and stuff.
So your cart gets even smarter. as the
You guys
models
see how boring this is?
So
I
just think
focus
of
on
it as
basically
shopping
anything
with
else but the
superpowers.
event.
Now, another game changer is how it applies intelligent reasoning. Let's say you're building your first custom PC. You see a motherboard with great reviews and just add that to your cart.
I mean,
Now, you
4.5
already
stars
picked
is
out a
not
processor,
necessarily great.
But what you didn't realize is that the processor needs a motherboard with a different type of socket.
Yeah.
Your cart catches this for you and suggests an alternative, preventing a
Is
problem
Z790, is
that
that an Intel chipset?
Next,
Brandley, this shit
my
sucks.
favorite feature is how the
This
cart
is
can
literally a
actually find hidden
commerce-facing
savings.
product. This should be announced
like
during
me,
a
you
much
have
more
different payment cards
subdued
with
part of
different
Google
perks that are
I/O.
just
This
hard to
should
keep track
not
of.
be something
you don't
that
have to.
faces
The cart
developers
can do it for
and
you because
users,
it's
really.
built on Google
Especially
Wallet.
not presented this way.
Here's
And
an
again, it's
example.
not her fault.
Right here, there's an offer from Target for some products that were added to the cart earlier in the week. I see it, so I just want to get it now. And UCP
And by the way,
makes
this is
checkout from
exactly
your cart
what
super
the
smooth.
intent is.
For many of
It's
your favorite
designed
brands,
to always
you can
put
check
this
out
shit
right on
right in your
Google in
face,
just
right?
a
So
few
you
taps
never
with
forget,
Google
oh,
Pay.
you wanted to
Or
buy
you can
this, oh,
transfer
there
all
is a
these
small
items
discount on
straight
it.
to the
It's
retail
already what
website
Amazon
and then
does.
buy it
I
there.
already get, unfortunately, I cannot turn
I'm
off
excited to announce that we are rolling
those
out the
suggestions by
universal
Amazon
cart in the
without
US
turning off
across
all
search and the
notifications. At least I
Gemini
haven't
app this
found it.
summer with
And it
YouTube
always shows
and
me,
Gmail to
you've been
follow.
looking for this. And I'm like, yeah, but I didn't buy it. So maybe there is this point in why I didn't buy it. iPhone, by the way.
The building blocks we showed you today won't just create
this
the
is
foundation
this is
for
in a
agentic
way a
commerce,
lot of and
they
I
will
mean this
transform
really in the
way you
real
shop
sense
on
of it.
Google,
This is
making it
really
more powerful, more
anti-consumer.
intelligent,
This is trying
and a
to
lot more
manipulate
fun.
you
Happy
psychologically,
shopping,
and
and
everyone
back to
does
you,
it.
Liz.
Apple does it too, Amazon, Microsoft. But this is, to me, I've read up on this stuff a couple of
Today you've
years
seen
ago when
how
I
we're
was doing a
bringing
lot of
together
psychology
the
for
best
med
of a
school.
search engine with the best of AI.
This really
Build a Google
is
search
very
that's
much
more
like, oh,
helpful
you never
and
forget
powerful
about your
than ever
purchase.
before.
Oh, you never forget that there
Where
is like a
search agents
discount
work for
coming
you
in.
around the
And
clock.
you have to buy it,
Where
right?
agentic
It's almost
coding
like a
means the search can
Pavlovian
build experiences
reflex
as
of
unique
like,
as
oh my
your
God,
question.
I see the notification, oh my
power
God,
of
it's a
agentic
5%
commerce
discount, and the drool starts
isn't
to
in the
come
distant
down.
future. It's here now. So in this chapter of AI search, Google can help you find, understand, build, do anything. So
I
go
mean, a
ahead.
lot of these tasks are basically everything else that you've introduced, but part of Google search. So this is already part of smoke and mirrors and why I don't like it. You already don't give your viewers credit because you obviously don't expect people. I can read very fast. I cannot read this fast, especially in like a video that's like very automated and stuff like that, right? But like you see, right? Like this is not. You see how not the actual result or prompt matters in a way? It's just, it's more and more and more, right? It's not about like finding the exact correct answer. It's just about generating more of those answers, more and more. And if your first AI prompt didn't lead to the right result, well, guess what? You can always do another prompt. Feed us with more data. We will suggest you to integrate your emails now, your calendars, your reminders, your notes, your Google Docs, your YouTube history, your Google search history, of course, your Chrome history, of course, right? And once you combine that all, you understand what this is trying to do. And I'm not categorically against it. This is Google's strength. I understand where they are playing on it, but it feels really weak sauce or whatever.
All right. Hi, everyone. It's great to see you again. And you've already seen some amazing breakthroughs this morning, and we're just getting started. We have a lot more to show you in the Gemini app. So
Please
let's jump
let
right
it
in.
end.
Over the last summer, Gemini has had incredible momentum. More than 900 million
You've
users are coming to the
already
Gemini
said
app
it.
every month. And a big part of that growth is how fast we're shipping. A year ago, none of these features existed.
I legit thought
now,
for a second he
Gemini
said
has
it's how
become the
fast we are
ultimate creative
shitting.
tool for everyone.
Jesus.
You can create images, videos, and music in ways people never thought were possible. We've made Gemini more tailored with personal intelligence.
It's funny how they
allowing you
never
to securely
present
connect
actual
to
results
Gmail,
from like
Photos,
somebody
and other apps
famous,
so
somebody
you get
who's
customized
really
help.
respected for their
And
AI
just last
output
week,
because
we
they know it
extended
doesn't
personal
really
intelligence
exist
to
in
users
art.
around the world directly in the app. Millions of people are using it every single day. They found it so
You already
helpful
said
for
it has
things
900
like
million
personalized
users.
product
Fine.
recommendations or trip recommendations, or acting as a thought partner for navigating big decisions in life, like a career change.
No!
Or in my case,
Don't!
finding
Oh
the
my
right
God!
set of
This is
tires
worse
for
than
our
that
super cool
vacation
minivan
thing.
that's
Don't
gonna be
use
at that
AI
block
to.
party. We've made Gemini superb for students also over the last year.
Oh,
You can use it to create guided learning, generate practice tests, and even use dedicated notebooks to keep all your notes and assignments in one place. And these same notebooks sync directly to Notebook LM. Just on its own, Notebook LM has now been used to create more than 1.5 billion notebooks, podcasts, slide decks, and more.
Where does it save that? Is it all just going to be in an
understand
endless list of AI
And as you heard
queries?
from Sundar earlier, we're rolling out our new Gemini 3.5
You know,
Flash
this
model,
would have been.
which
Wait,
is
does Google
unlocking
has
a
an
new set of
alternative to
features that I'm gonna show you
OneNote?
today.
Is
All of this
I'm going to
is
use
happening
AI.
in the Gemini
Is there
app.
a
It's now
Google
available in more than 230 countries in over
Docs
70
version
languages,
of
making
OneDrive?
Gemini the most widely available AI assistant in the world.
Oh, my internet's slow.
Gemini is becoming that universal assistant people are turning to. It's designed for
Google's
their
equivalent
everyday
to
lives.
not to one.
And
Oh,
speaking
sorry,
of design, that brings
OneNote.
us to the
Sorry,
first
that
of our
was
3
legit
big
my
updates today.
mistake.
Today, I'm excited to announce that
While Google does not have an
completely
exact
redesigned
one-to-one
the
clone
Gemini
of OneNote's
experience from the
freeform
ground
infinite
up.
canvas,
From the
it has
moment you
Google Docs
open
and Google Keep, which are
greeted
not
you with a
equivalent
stunning
from
new design
everything I
language we
know.
call neural
So
expression.
this,
We've added
unironically, just to jump back, right? This would have been a good opportunity to say, but we're not just building AI for Notebook LM. Here is Google Notes. Here is our multi-platform wide, kind of like Google Docs Lite, but specifically optimized for lightweight notes. And it fully integrates Notebook LM. This is what a company that does more than AI, who actually cares about building out platforms, building out apps, building actual software, not just services, would be doing. Lay Grimes was using this 26 the other day as an iPhone user. There's so many settings in Google backend, it's ridiculous. And yeah, there's even like the developer stuff, right?
Resonates with you.
You've got a right good mix of different accents knocking about like this one from Liverpool.
हमारे भारतवर्ष में सैकड़ों ढाल की बोली बोली जावे इब जेमिनाई उनमें तक कई और नई बोलियां में भी बात कर सके से जैसे अपनी धाकड़ हरियाणवी
Meu irmão, todo brasileiro sabe que o português aqui do Rio é bem diferente.
Yeah, that's correct.
All right,
But,
pretty
I mean,
cool.
Portuguese in Brazil sounds a lot different than Portuguese. And yeah, Rio Portuguese is then another thing from what I understand. Yay, accents.
We'll be rolling out these.
This, in my opinion, is a stupid form of representation. I think actually understanding accents is important. But like it putting it out like an accent can sound pretty fakish and almost like made up. But whatever. If some people feel good about it, who cares?
Gemini Omni is coming right into the Gemini app for paid subscribers. Today.
I mean, why wouldn't
It's
it?
gonna let you bring your
What
ideas
is
to
even?
life
What are you
using
even
any
announcing? We've
combination
already
of
talked
text,
about Gemini
images, and video
3.5.
inputs.
We talked about
And as
Gemini
I've been
Omni.
using
We
it,
talked about
it
Gemini
feels like
Pro
the
and
nano
Ultra,
banana for video
or a Google AI Ultra,
it's
whatever.
never been so easy to create and edit.
You've
videos.
already shown
Let's
this.
look how this plays out in the real world.
Okay,
I
real
want you to
world.
meet Sashu.
There,
She's
he's
working
wearing
on
a
new
Fitbit
song,
Air.
and she wants to create a quick video teaser. So she shares the raw video. She adds some reference visuals to it. And now this is the coolest part. She can transform the style of her video. Maybe even switch
I already
the camera
thought
angle
that
to a
like
360
the video
degree shot.
integration was
And
already doing
Gemini
this.
puts it all together for
Yeah,
her.
I know.
Let's
It's
take a
gonna
look at
do
what
the
it looks like.
background, and then maybe like a nice transition. It looks like crap. Yeah, you can. This looks like crap. This looks like every AI-generated person online. This is the problem, right? Because when it did that actual sky transition, this is the problem with AI. It literally has no taste.
Video
But the
teaser.
problem is the
So
more
she
we
shares the raw
generate this
video.
stuff, the more
She
bullshit.
adds some reference visuals to it.
The more
And now
bullshit
this is
we're
the
gonna
coolest
have
part. She can
online, the more
transform
AI
the
is gonna
style
train
of her
on
video.
that bullshit.
Maybe even switch the camera angle to a 360 degree shot. And Gemini puts it all together for her. Let's take a look at what it looks like.
Yeah, so I want to show you, right? Okay, so it does this transition. This could almost be handmade. This is pretty standard tracking that you can do in a professional video editing app. This takes that step away. You can already see now the lighting is weird. It's clearly generating that back. It did her hair pretty dirty by essentially adding more gray hairs, which her hair wasn't gray. It was just reflecting the light. Right, now from behind, obviously, I mean, yeah, that's kind of how a guitar looks from behind, but also not really. So already you have like weird shapes and somewhat incongruent sizes, but this could be forgivable. This cloud looks stupid. You can also see there's a difference between like a more comic sketchy style and actually a real sky, which I think an actual like comic book style sky would look good here. And now it does this transition, and it does not. You see what the thing with taste, right? What happens here is it starts what I think could be, because that's something that has happened in numerous music videos over time and so much content that I've seen online, is it starts this gradual transition, right, of the environment. But look what happens. You see, it's incongruent, it's inconsistent. It started by generating something that wasn't clearly the sky. It just created brown tones, right? And then it realized, oh my God, actually I'm supposed to be doing the sky. And now it did the sky, totally changed the color. And instead of doing that gradual build-up, it changed her in one step, right? I mean, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And her is just between 5 and 6. There is zero. Also, just show me her hands. No, show me her for real here, please. I know I'm getting stuck on that, but because there's like, it's just going to be, everything is the same.
Hi.
Okay, so show me the rings she's wearing.
I love her video. Maybe even switch the camera angle to a 360-degree shot. And Gemini puts it all together for her.
I'm sorry if this feels like wasting your time, but I find this really fascinating. Okay, so she's wearing rings on 3 fingers, I think. And it changed it to 3. Okay, so that at least was correct. Whatever.
She can now use Gemini to make it real. Google AI Plus, Pro, and Ultra subscribers around the world can try Gemini Omni today, right in the app.
Yeah, Google really has some tokens to burn.
This is a big shift on your behalf, because agents don't just answer questions. They proactively
They do shit. Yeah, I get it.
First stop every morning.
Oh, the daily
Here's
brief.
how it
Another classic, just like doing that vacation stuff. It's what Samsung has been integrating, right? Daily brief, and it's always just your weather and your calendars. Guess what? It's going to be your weather calendars and maybe like your email. And then
summarizing the data, though. It's organizing it by topic. It's even suggesting the next step. And with this travel info, I can just take the next step right in line. All of it is super concise.
I mean, what kind of step are you actually taking here? That doesn't bring up your board card or anything. That's not your board card.
Morning digest that's built for skimming. And I can't wait for you to try it
I
out.
guess it's tracking just somebody who's arriving at your place, or maybe from that, it's the manage booking button.
Subscribers starting right here in the US.
It's a feature that...
And that's just the help you're going to get.
And the problem is this is all now crammed into one app, right? It's all inside Google search/Gemini. It's way too much. This again, it's similar to what I mentioned about the notebook stuff, where, oh, it would actually be cool to now have an actual notebook app to do this, right? To get an overview of your notebook LM created notes. And here's your daily briefing. Wouldn't it be cool if your daily brief was like a system-wide Android 17 thing that kind of did like what Samsung is doing, but actually better?
Or breakfast. Beyond the daily brief,
Yeah, you see also the UI of all of this is extremely basic. This is what happens when you do it through Google, when you code so much through AI. For efficiency's sake and to reduce the potential of AI making mistakes, which obviously happens the more complex your UI is, it dumps it all down. There's nothing visually exciting. It's even hard to even pick out that these are supposed to be buttons in a way, right? That's supposed to, there's nothing clickable here. And having everything in like this key point like order, it makes your life, and you know that it was primarily created by a computer because it just feels like it's taking all of that from like how a document would look, right? Or how a system node would look, or even better, it looks like a reminder, right? It basically just looks like a reminder. And that's just, it feels so uninviting. It feels so, despite being ironically so customized to your very data, it feels extremely non-personal.
Allowing power users to create their own custom workflows with Gemini Spark. Let's go with this.
Yeah, we've talked already about all of this.
In one spot. Pretty incredible how much. This is the power of what Gemini can do using your.
Okay, so free macOS advertisement. That's what I'm taking away from this. We can skip the Spark stuff.
These new voice.
I thought the event had ended.
Restaurant? So hard. I discovered Gemini could help me with a lot of things, from menus to marketing, budgeting, and inventory.
Please don't do budgeting that way. There are such easy apps that do budgeting. I don't understand. You can scan the document and extract data with AI, even though you don't really need AI for this technically. But like there are so many budgeting apps. They're so cheap and
last month you ordered 5 gallons. I even rebuilt our website with Anti-Gravity and Stitch to include a custom chatbot for our customers. But one day, we needed to find a dishwasher very last minute, and that was my aha moment. I wanted to help small businesses and people find each other faster. So I got a small team together, and we used Gemini models to build an inclusive hiring platform called Work Onward. And we did what other job sites are not doing. We translated the job postings.
I'll say this feels more like when she says, oh, we had a couple people coming together, this does sound like you had someone who with actual programming background coming in.
Then I made it possible to post jobs.
And again, and I'm not criticizing them, obviously they're a small startup in a way in that regard. You can even see from that UI, it all becomes the same. It's like... I remember looking at some platforms like this, where you can hire people for jobs and whatever, even for stuff like to draw you shit or whatever before AI, because everyone does it now with AI online. But these websites, like people were actually doing like a custom UI for it, like partially, at least as much as the website allowed. They presented it nicely. And you can see, because this was primarily created with, I'm just going to change this to a dislike. Because this was primarily created by an AI, everything looks the same. It all just turns into uniform slop in a way.
It made it possible to post jobs just by text. It helps break down barriers for those who aren't tech savvy and help people find their place.
I'm getting hungry. Had some really good self-made chicken. I marinated it in tomato juice, but not super sweet, and some spicy spices. That was really good. But the more I work out, the less 500 grams of chicken and a bit of potato and salad become not a potato salad, potato and salad becomes not enough. I get hungry in the evening.
As you've heard
they
today,
all had to wear the
models and
Fitbit
products
Air.
are
That's
unlocking
funny.
new breakthroughs. But the real breakthrough isn't the technology It's what you do with it. Whether you're a designer, every output from our creative tools.
Guys, let's be honest. People online are just going to be using that to generate Jeffrey Epstein and Charlie Kirk memes. That's all what I've been seeing online about with AI shit.
Including Pix, is watermarked with Synth ID. And Pix is rolling out this summer.
Yeah, you see that branding again. Google Pics. You already have Google Google Photos and everything. It's like, oh, whatever. The branding is so much. Like, even if I were following Google completely the way I follow Apple, I wouldn't be able to remember all these names.
But what if you want to go beyond images? Maybe you want to design an app or a website. Now
you just gave us those examples.
Build UI at the speed of thought.
No, you doesn't.
Teams across Google use our design product called Stitch to turn rough ideas into...
Yeah, so this UI language, just because I've been talking more about this more esoterical design stuff and everything, like you see, like this, by the way, this shows 3 flash. It doesn't say 3.5 flash, so somebody screwed up, but okay. Can somebody explain to me what this design language is supposed to work with with the rest of their operating system? It feels so disconnected from everything
UI
else.
Designs. But it's not just us. In the last year, the world used Stitch to generate over 100 million UI screens.
UI screens, but not UI in actual apps?
And to continue
what are
that
UI
momentum,
screens?
Today, we're introducing new ways to design.
Or is that like individual parts of an app or a website?
Let's look at how this works. My friends Tyler and Jenny own a pizza company, and they have a ton of experience making pizza and no experience designing websites. With a single prompt, Stitch will go to work
generating
that
interesting.
UI live. Now, this is just the first pass, but if they want to refine it, they can collaborate with Stitch in real time, either by writing prompts or using their voices. For example...
Wait, did you even put in anything? Like, was it just generating pizza pics for you here?
They can jump in and
it's
say...
not asking you for some input or anything?
Make the header text larger and update the menu to highlight more pizza options.
Wait, what was the prompt? I'm sorry.
Generating that UI.
Built a responsive language page for Williamette Pizza Company. Okay, so the name is correct. For color palette, let's have the primer be a warm-up white, the secondary and have a vibrant sky blue. This is not a good prompt. This is a terrible prompt. Like, you're not giving, like, you don't know what it's even doing here. Like, you just have to assume that it's a pizza place. What is it? An online ordering pizza service? Is it an actual live restaurant? Do you not want pictures of that place?
With a single prompt, Stitch will go to work generating that UI or launch their website. Many tools, they can export their design to code or launch their website in just a few clicks. These updates in Stitch are rolling out today to users globally. Characters, while maintaining everything else in the scene.
I feel like this has already been done. Like, from all the Charlie Kirk and Jeffrey Epstein mock-ups that I've seen been bombarded with on Twitter, like, they've replaced entire scenes from Marvel movies, right? They made like Robert Downey Jr. look like Charlie Kirk. I'm like, am I wrong? Does it not feel like something that has been done before? I also like that even here, right, AI does the same shit. You can see how the blur behind the person, like this light feels so artificial and so enhanced. It just has immediately that AI look, and it's not just because obviously the object is very artificial.
Everything else. New agent in Google Flow. Until today, Flow could only execute one prompt at a time. Now, your agent can take multiple actions all at once. Starting with just a single image, I can ask the agent to help me find the best camera angles for this scene.
Why?
It analyzes what's happening.
What is this gonna do?
Concepts the most
It's gonna
compelling
generate
angles.
fake crap. Okay.
And then, boom, a single image becomes 16 unique videos.
No question of result, right? This looks like crap already because it clearly doesn't do her hair right. Like, should we not have an honest conversation about the quality of the output? You guys heard how I said multiple times it's just about doing more. It's no, like, also great result here, obviously, but show us. iPhone, by the way, iPhone 17 Pros.
The agent can also handle large-scale edits, like transforming all of the scenes from early morning to late at night. Its understanding of context is precise. The desert sky goes completely dark, and the headlights turn on.
Okay, and now it actually... wait, does it change her face? Is it just me? Does she look different here? Does it?
To help me
I
find
feel
the
like
best camera angle.
it did the like, I mean, obviously it's an actress and she will have makeup, but when I look at
understanding of context is precise. The desert sky goes completely dark.
this face, right? Am I wrong? Am I going crazy? Does it not feel like this looks notably different from? Like, I mean, admittedly, it's a very small preview of what she looked like.
Concept's the most compelling. I can ask the agent
Right?
to help me
Like,
find
am I crazy? This does not feel like her. It did the Instagram beauty filter shit on her.
The desert sky goes completely dark, and the headlights turn.
Yeah. It did. It changed her facial geometry at least a little bit. It did the NVIDIA DLSS 5 thing.
On, illuminating the dust. It's a true collaborator helping you
I'm almost convinced that also she looks a little bit different from video to video.
create and edit at scale.
I love how dead the live
Our
chat
next
is.
update
You
is
guys
for
are still
tools.
watching. Thank you so
Now you
much
can
for
find
it.
any
But
creative tool you can think of.
yeah,
right
I
in
also
Flow.
like I'm struggling
Custom
to
built by
find
you
something to
for
comment
your
on.
unique creative process.
In at
Like
least like a
designing video
non-super
effects,
bad.
Hand-drawn animations, or layering text. You can start building.
I mean, there are apps for all of this, and these apps will have a consistent UI. They will be well optimized for your hardware. Like, again, if Google were actually committed to any of this, they could actually have standalone apps, even if they had to be kind of built into this. But they would be like, here is our built-in photo editor, rather than just here is a tool that we kind of automated on the fly, and that's extremely inconsistent from one to the other.
Sharing and remixing tools today.
Yeah, this is a little bit of like a marketplace. Yeah. Is this person asleep? Kind of looks like it.
Digital magic is only half the story. Google Flow Music brings the same creative
I don't give a fuck.
supported his helped his band decide what to record next. And
No, that's not what the creative process should be.
all of these features in Google, all these new features in Google Flow and Google Flow Music are available today.
I don't give a fuck.
To show you what happens.
Oh, they have the
Next,
obligatory
I'd like to hand things over to
summary
Sharon
keynote
to show
slide.
you what happens when we take Google's latest innovations and bring them into the real world.
I hope that none of this is licensed music, but I've already given up hope on monetizing this video.
This is such an exciting time.
All of this, by the way, is also extremely positive for Apple in a way, not only because the models behind this should obviously be high quality and Apple is licensing these models, but I think that it's gonna just intensify Apple's relationship with like actual artists. I feel like if if you're an actual creator who really respects the craft, I feel like you would feel attacked from all of this. Not because it's going to replace your livelihood entirely, right? But I feel like it's going to be, oh, yikes, right? Just that feeling of cringe whenever they show this stuff. I just,
Time for XR. AI
I started as
continues
a
to
console
unlock
gamer, went to
all
PC,
new
and I'm thinking of going
experiences
back to
on
console again. Do you
headsets,
recommend?
glasses.
To be honest, at least by the time the PS6 is going to be around, I mean, look, if you are like comparing to like a 50 or 4090, sure, of course consoles are weaker. I'm not denying that. But when it comes to the cost investment, now the recent price adjustments for like the PS5, unfortunately, in my opinion, have really made the last parts of this generation really unattractive. So like, I mean, I had originally a PS5 digital. Now I bought it in like special circumstances through like a carrier deal with like 2 controllers, whatever, right? So I never paid really outright for the console. But let's just take MSRP. It's $400. Now it's $600, and that's in the 6th year of the console cycle. So in my opinion, if you all are already happy with PC for now, stay on PC. By the time PS6 comes out, you'll be able to consider the PS6 handheld. You'll be able to benefit from years of built-up exclusive, again, starting with stuff like Ghost of Yotei and Saros, which are already on PS5. You'll also benefit from Sony continuously improving their technology to build it more competitively against PC solutions. PSSR2 already is very much in line with AMD FSR 4.1, but it doesn't have yet stuff like frame generation or RT denoising. Again, by the way, Leigh Grimes, if you join our Discord, you'll find us talking about gaming stuff and in relation to PC and Mac quite often. So I think you'll like our Discord. You'll find the link in the very beginning of the live chat. Yeah, so I do recommend going to console if you feel good with console. Like, obviously, if you are somebody who plays with a lot of mods, or you play a lot of older PC or PC exclusive games, then yeah, stay on PC, or very likely just keep a PC in your life that's somewhat capable of doing that, while migrating as much of your gaming library to console as possible.
And everything in between. Pioneering without taking you out. Intelligent eyewear.
Oh.
There'll be 2 types of these AI glasses that connect to your...
I don't give a fuck, to be honest, when Google introduces this kind of stuff anymore. And the simple answer for that is virtual reality, right? Because they've done all the things, right? They've shown like, oh, we have a Vision Pro thing. And what did it become? It became like one Google XR, right? It became like one Samsung headset with inconsistent updates and everything. And basically everything that's getting better about it is just the Gemini integration.
Your phone and give you hands-free help all day long. Last year, we showed you display glasses on the I/O stage.
Yeah, and why should I get excited for any of this if you keep showing, like, we had Google Glasses obviously now a decade ago, and now you're showing every year something new prototypey, something new platformy, and it, like, basically none of it becomes an actual success when it comes to hardware. But you also don't really follow up with it. Like, individual hardware devices don't get the 2nd generation. Individual platforms don't keep getting dedicated updates. They just kind of nominally get update. Oh, it's running Android 17 now. What does it get? Well, it gets new version of Gemini, which is just in the cloud anyway.
With the small in-lens display, you'll get helpful information right in front of you, right when you need
this
it.
stuff should only be introduced next to an actual product that actually runs well.
Translations as you travel.
Doing this in as per like, oh, a little bit of liquid glass, but not quite.
To make glanceable elements. The first wave of developers are already creating display experiences, And you'll hear more about
Wait,
these
but for
glasses
what
later
hardware?
this year when we expand our trusted tester program.
What hardware?
But let's talk about what's launching this year.
Okay.
Today, I'm excited to announce that our first audio glasses will arrive this fall.
Oh, so it's Meta Ray-Ban competitor, but running Gemini instead of the crappy AI. But
They are
iPhone,
designed
by the
to
way.
give you all-day help with Gemini that is spoken into your ear privately rather than shown on a display.
Kill me
And these
in a
glasses
video
let
game.
you stay hands-free and heads-up for things like listening to music, taking photos, making calls, or tapping into your phone apps, all without reaching for your pocket.
Okay, show me a
Personally,
device.
I
Give me a
love to cook,
demo.
but I'm not one to follow a
Am I
recipe
behind the
book.
video? Okay. Gentle Monster and
Making
okay.
electronics that set the bar for the whole industry.
What?
And we've been working to bring the best of Google to these glasses. iOS. And finally, Jay Kim to kick off the world's first look.
Great. And I mean, I'm like a minute behind
At
or whatever.
Samsung, our vision is to enrich people's lives and help shape how we live tomorrow. In close partnership with Google, we're introducing intelligent eyewear. that
He's
empowers
wearing
you
it,
to
right?
connect to the world
He's
with
wearing it.
confidence. Built with Samsung's
He's
precise
wearing it.
engineering and craftsmanship, we're merging form, function, and helpful intelligence to create something you'll want to wear. In eyewear, every millimeter counts. Today, we're thrilled to share a first look
He's
at
wearing it.
upcoming styles co-created with our
If
eyewear
he's not wearing it, then this is the worst thing ever.
partners, Warby Parker and Gentle Monster. Let's take a look.
No way. Like, how could you miss that opportunity of just him taking off the glasses and saying, oh, look, it's that good? Is the Discord public? Can't find it. Don't search for it. Just click the link. You know what? I'm going to publish it freaking again. It's like the live chats, they clean themselves up from the beginning after a while. I'm just going to copy paste from here. Invite members. No expiration date for the invite link. Copy link. And I'm going to post it. No, I closed my... I'm so stupid. I closed my my own live stream. Okay, here it is. Allow paste. That should be public. Hopefully it works for you, like Rhymes.
People always saying that, hey, we have to be disruptive, but we have to think about what is the disruption. I want to make intelligent eyewear that looks prettier than normal eyewear. That's our goal. It's the balance between technology and
I mean, it
vision.
won't,
It's
just
not
by
only
definition,
product,
but...
it's all about perception and emotion.
They made
In
Matrix
heart,
glasses.
That is the DNA. I want to give confidence to people when wear this. They feel like connected with this kind of braveness, this kind of rebellious things. Because this
It's
is
funny
who
how
we are.
Google always ends up
That's the meaning
partnering
of
with
Gentle
Samsung. No matter how often Samsung doesn't actually end up producing something that sticks with
Glasses
people.
are a deeply personal product. They shape how you see the world and how the world sees you.
What you see here is an evolution of Warby Parker's first intelligent eyewear designs.
Our vision for intelligent eyewear started by wanting to design a beautiful pair of glasses. We often take inspiration from different art objects, artists, eras in time.
It was important for us not to hide the technology, but to celebrate it.
These will not only help people see, but will help them
That
understand the
attitude
world more
feels very Johnny
want
Ive
people to
esque. Don't
experience
hide
the
the
world
technology.
fully,
Obviously,
and
the
that's the
technology
magic of this
can
technology. Hey,
become
Gemini,
invisible.
cooler,
That's
better.
good. But if it can't, don't force it. Already waved hi to you in the Discord.
Are
like,
they beautiful?
Or Grimes.
These are
or
the,
like Grimes.
these
So
are
whatever
the
you
first two
prefer.
designs
Mr. Grimes.
of a bigger collection that's coming this fall. Okay, you know what time it is now. Who's up for a live demo?
Oh yeah, live demo. Nice. I know I'm like a minute behind, but who
So let's
cares?
have Gemini play some entrance music for her. And it's seeing the world around you. You can see. So the more hyped you are in
This
the
is why I
audience,
don't want
the
Apple
more
to launch
pumping
these
the
kinds of
music will be.
glasses. Launch something with a display in it or not at all, in my opinion.
Hey, Gemini.
Believe me, when Apple comes out and presents these kinds of glasses, because there is a rumor that for like 2028 they want to first introduce like glasses without a display, and then a year or 1.5, 2 years later they will introduce one with a display.
I'm wearing one of the Warby Parker styles, and Nishta has a pair of the Gentle Monster glasses on.
They look horrible,
Looking great,
but
Nishta.
whatever.
Thanks, Ram. You too.
Okay, a quick preamble for the demo today. We're going to be piping in the audio to the stage speakers from our glasses. But in regular use, of course, Gemini is just going to privately be talking to us.
How is
Now,
it going to talk privately
last time we were on
to you?
stage, we saw the rich Google Maps experience.
I mean, with earbuds, like, do they have speakers?
Just as helpful.
Because with this design, I don't think the speakers are going to be very good. Physics are not magic.
All I have to do now is
Or one thing that you could do, if you build it like this,
hey, can you
could actually
navigate me
do
to the place I
transmission
met my
through the
friend Gianna
bone.
at last week?
That would actually be pretty badass.
Nishta, I've
Kind
set
of how
your route
you
to the
have with like
Redwood Grove
headphones that
Nature
work
Preserve
with
from last week's hike.
underwater.
Want to add a stop on the way to grab your afternoon cold brew?
Yes, Gemini.
Why is
the
why is the voice suddenly so artificial?
Okay, I'm
I
starting
thought
walking navigation with a stop at Koopa Cafe.
why
Turn
is the
around and
voice
head
so
towards
artificial?
Hillgrove
I
Parkway.
thought Gemini was
With glasses,
like I thought it
you
could
can
do
allow
every
maps
accent
to
and
further
whatever.
understand your context and what's in front of you. So you get detailed directions, like the coffee shop is coming up on your right. Speaking of coffee, Nishta, do you want to show how Gemini Intelligence can allow you to order that cold brew up ahead?
That's a really good idea.
Why, like, if you're not vision impaired, why do you need help ordering
Gemini,
a
can
coffee?
you actually put my usual order in at that coffee shop we just talked about?
Why?
Sure, I'll order you a nitro cold brew for pickup from Koopa Cafe on DoorDash.
So on the screen behind
pickup,
me,
but-
you can actually see Nishta's phone that's in her pocket.
Okay, that's
Gemini
not
is
bad.
able
The
to
fact that
launch
it's
apps
doing
like
it through the
DoorDash,
app.
Then click through all the different option screens automatically to order her coffee. And in a moment, it's going to be ready for Nishta's confirmation.
Okay,
There we go.
that's not bad. But I mean, again, at what point would it not be easier to just say it to your phone
go.
and potentially, like, because you have to pick up your phone anyway, and most
I have
likely
prepared
you're
your order
paying
for the
either with
nitro
your
cold
watch
brew
or your
from
phone.
Koopa Cafe. Would you like to confirm?
Yes, please. And add a tip for 20% too.
I think after all these rehearsals, that's our 15th cold brew today. And thanks to the coffee shop for putting up with us.
Definitely is. And speaking of preparation, I actually muted my text before I came on stage, but let me see if I can catch up now. Hey, Gemini, any important messages I miss?
Why?
Yes.
Why
Your
should
family
AI
group
be
chat
the one
decided to meet for
saying
dinner at
important
7
or
today.
not?
And there is a reminder to say your daily affirmations. You are strong, you
Okay,
are
we'll do those
confident.
affirmations a bit later.
That's comedy.
But why don't
Oh,
you
God.
add that dinner to my calendar?
But you see, you present it as a joke, and I don't want to be a freaking asshole here, right? But you ask it, did I miss something important? And Gemini decided to present to you, you should be saying your daily affirmations. Is that really important? Did she flag it as something important in the past? Like, you see what I mean? It just sounds like it's just presenting you all your messages, except for maybe some ad messages or from like Clash of Clans. I hope it would have a filter for that.
Sure. I'll add an event for family dinner at 7 p.m. to your calendar, right after your team celebration.
Yeah, I mean, yeah,
Awesome.
that works.
Gemini
I mean,
not
that's something
only-
that has worked on hardware since the iPhone 4S.
Gemini not only summarized her muted text, but it tapped into her calendar app to add that event.
I mean,
So-
why? Of course, it should be. Come on. You cannot expect us praise for a calendar entry. Like, do I really need to go back to the iPhone for a Siri presentation in 2011?
We saw how glasses work on your phone, but what about when...
Yeah, this is why I'm saying why these glasses are so stupid without a display. Even the sentence should be making your ears ring. You already see how the glasses work on your phone.
They attach to your watch to give you a glanceable display.
It's not a Google I.O. without an audience selfie, but we're going to do it with a twist this time. Can everyone strike their favorite pose? Gemini, take a photo of this amazing audience,
And the entire audience does like the Nazi salute.
but turn it into a cartoon and add a big blimp in the sky that
Basically
says Google
everyone
I/O
was doing peace
2026 on it in
signs.
fun colors.
Boo, weak.
Everyone strike a pose.
That hurt. That sound.
Okay, if this goes well, everyone go bananas in the audience.
No, don't.
Because nano banana on glasses is just awesome. And just in a few seconds, you'll even see that seamless preview.
That sound
on
is
her
so
watch.
obnoxious.
Any second now, drum roll. Here we go.
It took a photo, and then AI did what AI does.
Thank you, Nishta. Round of applause for Nishta.
It wasn't a bad demo, actually. I think the demo itself was okay. I think some points of applause were weird for a product to do like a calendar entry, but okay. My question is more, I don't like these glasses. Like camera-enabled glasses that can look like they're not camera-enabled glasses, so privacy is a little bit iffy. With then the question of like you always need to then look at your phone anyway for the most important stuff, or your watch at that point. So at what point would I not just want actually one earbud, right, and then just say, hey Gemini, right? And I guess like the one thing that would be missing is like the camera for like a selfie or visual intelligence like feature. But like, if you're not vision impaired, for most of that stuff, you can do it with your phone.
The demo worked, yes. The future of intelligent eyewear has of help from Nishta. Stay tuned.
Mi hasadus? Is that Greek?
It's amazing to see how far we come with glasses, and I can't wait for everyone to experience them.
I'll admit, it kind of feels worse than Google Glasses did all those years ago. I know that Google Glasses was basically vaporware. Like what they were showing was basically not true, but this looks extremely unimpressive.
Today we showed you our next generation models, Gemini 3.5 and Omni.
Yeah, so for us from the Apple community, the most interesting thing is Gemini 3.5 seems to be like, what, 5 to 10% better than Gemini 3.1? And that is going to go into Apple's models. Maybe not right away. Maybe the first wave will start with like a 3.1 level Gemini. It's not like Apple is going to use exactly the same models, especially for anything that runs on device. But that's the main takeaway.
Capabilities in anti-gravity 2.0, agents in search and Gemini Spark, and so much more. It's great to see Gemini transforming so many Google products used by billions of people every day. All of these advances show the staggering pace of AI progress. It's incredible, even for those of us who have spent our entire lives working on this. AGI is now on the horizon, and it will be the most profound...
Please don't do these promises, because at that point it just feels like such an egregious degree of overpromising. Okay, it's some security stuff.
Which brings together...
What does it do?
It brings together a number of powerful AI tools to help.
It's just more AI tools.
An amazing example of this is Alpha Earth Foundations. It's the closest thing we have to a digital twin of the planet that could help address problems like deforestation.
Okay, it's not bad. I'm not, but I need to catch up.
We're now immune disorders and cancer.
This stuff will matter to me once it actually produces results. Can it help automate some stuff? Sure. I've been working with some AI in more medical science as well. But it feels like, again, it's the same thing as with the promises. AGI is just around the horizon. We've said that now 20 times.
Our mission has incredible potential for the benefit of the entire world.
And by the way, I feel like it makes more sense to present this almost at the beginning of the event to show that, you know, that Google motto of like, don't be evil. That would have actually helped before you started focusing on like universal cards.
And enjoy the rest of Google.
I guess Sandar is gonna lead us off. Oh, that's the end, not by... Oh, okay, so you literally ended on a positive note. Okay, I get it. Oh, Jesus Christ, that was exhausting. Like, even look at 95 Google. Everything Google announced. Google announces Wear OS 7 with live updates, widgets, more. I mean, yeah, I mean, it's kind of gonna mirror Android 17. But like, why is this 4 minutes ago? Like, it feels like you can already see, and this just brings up the shit that I've been talking about for years. Circular smartwatch interfaces do not work well. I'm sorry, you can already see how space inefficient they are. Even here, right? You have basically one live activity and one message, and you already struggle to have the entire message in here. God. Yeah, but this is when you care so much more about like providing content onto your device or onto an app than the actual app or the actual device. When you care more about the service than the actual software that's going to be interacting with any of it. We'll support like pointer remotes. That's cool. I use that on my LG TV. It's not really necessary when you have a well-designed UI, but it's not bad. Google AI Studio can now build Android apps. Yep. YouTube overhaul broaden search with Ask YouTube. Oh, by the way, one thing that I wanted to mention because it drove me insane when I saw that. YouTube removes... and I'm not saying it just so it's my personal rant. Is my stream lagging or no? My iPad was lagging. My internet connection on the iPad is slow. This is bad, and I really hope Google doesn't do it. And why should the regular person need a create button before they need the subscriptions button? And this is just a symptom of a broader problem that we've now discussed time and time again. My stream crashed. Okay, for a second, I guess. But I guess it's also slowly time to wrap it up. Maybe Google just found out how unhappy I was and decided to censor me a little bit. But yeah, thank you for letting me know. It seems like it's doing all right now. Yeah, I've opened up now through my separate account. Okay. Yeah, just gonna say, Google does not care about it. Like the YouTube app is really buggy these days. That plus button is still an absolute eyesore in the app. Like, I'm like a content creator. Ironically, I cannot create like really good live streams in here, right? Just like in terms of settings. I also like that even here they're showing off like content. Jesus. Yeah, whatever. Like, yeah, I'm sorry. I use Google services every day, YouTube, Gmail, search, even some of their AI stuff, but damn, their presentations are terrible as fuck. I assume this video is going to be demonetized just for how many swear words I've used. Guys, let me know what you have thought of the event. And again, I do promise you, either tomorrow, for right now, the stream is scheduled for tomorrow, but maybe some work stuff might come up. I'm not sure yet. I will be reacting to all that stuff because it is important. We are now 3 weeks before WWDC, and I really want to react to as much and build some as much of it as possible and build up some anticipation. So as always, you can also let me know what you are interested in terms of tech news. Obviously, there's always something new. I assume even 95 Mac and Mac Rumors are probably right now going to talk about... No, it's the same news that have already been out. And I'm prepared to talk about them tomorrow. I assume, though, they will talk about Google stuffs. Apple Sports app updated with 2026 World Cup features, expand to 90 more countries. Jesus Christ. By the way, the Apple Sports app, I would actually argue, is a good example of how Apple and Google differ, because Google would have long given up on something like that. And it's this exact thing of like, oh, doesn't this thing easily exist inside Google search or some kind of AI shit and whatever? Aren't there other apps that do similar things? Sure. But if you're a platform provider, right, like Apple is with iOS, like Google is with Android, it's not like you want to take business from everyone and do everything yourself. But if you have people in your company that are passionate about something like sports, or people who are passionate about even something silly like the Invites app, right, give them a chance and see how they can use your platform tools, your platform UI design paradigms, right? How they can build something at first, at least, without ads. So I assume over time, I wouldn't be surprised if something like the sports app got some form of ads, right? Wouldn't be the most shocking thing. But at first, right now, really clean UI, liquid glass design, right? And meanwhile, Google, for everything that we even saw during the event, they just want you to go to one or two apps. It's Gemini or their search app, and the search app basically gives you more Gemini anyway. And all that other stuff like Google Spark, and now they mentioned Halo is like an integration for Android. And I'm like, wait, and they've mentioned all these other tools like Anti-Gravity, Notebook LM, and having to use all of that through the same apps over and over again with the same super simplistic, non-specific UI, to the point where you're now asking the AI to generate the UX live, right? You're really gonna question like, how good is any of that going to be? And with so much variation with how generative AI works from one user to the other, that means people on your platform are going to have vastly different experiences, which is fine if they're asking for something hyper specific. But for something like this, you just want a normal regulated UI that's nicely built. And you did that for a while. You had all these extra user interface paradigms inside Google search, but now you're giving them all up for AI and to AI, like for AI to reinterpret it. And that's what I don't like. It's not that AI is powering some of this stuff. It's that you can feel that it's AI. You can feel it in the overall UI. You can feel in how bland it is. You can feel in how repetitive it is. You can feel how it all basically looks like a chatbot, even though specifically they even say, oh, this is not just chat. No, this is agentic. But the agentic portion looks basically exactly the same as the chatbot portion. Yeah, but we have now been streaming for almost 2.5 hours. Even though we don't have Riley actually in the chat, I'm gonna do something for Riley and whoever else is interested. Gonna give you some big mark action here to end us all off. Thank you guys so much. This was actually a super lively stream because of the engaged live chat. I actually had a lot of fun. Once again, I left the link to our Discord in the chat now twice. So if you feel like joining there to have these continued discussions, we talk about primarily Apple stuff, but we do talk about, especially these days, about AI. We talk about games. We talk about, with Apple, we talk about everything that also touches Apple in a way, right? Because iPhone and Android, macOS and Windows, right? And Vision Pro, Vision OS, Android XR, whenever there's at least something to talk about. Not that Google gives two craps about continuing Android XR, as you saw from the event. Just showing glasses, no care anymore for their virtual reality headset. There are a lot of non-Apple topics that we touch on because they are kind of tangentially related to Apple. So if you feel an interest in a community like that, join the Discord. But of course, beyond all that, I would like for you one last time to do the YouTube jazz, as we call it around here. Subscribe to the channel, like the video, share it out with anybody who you think might enjoy it, and comment. Please don't just comment live. Thank you so much for the lively live chat, but also comment afterwards. That helps tremendously with the algorithm, helps us attract new people to the channel, to the Discord, to my Twitter and everything. So that helps a lot. If you want to support me directly whenever you catch me live, you can leave a super chat or a super sticker as a small donation. You can also become a supporter here on YouTube or on Patreon. Shout out to our MarkTech Pro members, which is I think KSB Wonders, and our MarkTech Pro Max members, Angelica, Steve, Max, Maximus, and Jonathan. If I did get any of the MarkTech Pro members wrong, it's because one of them unsubscribed, and I'm not sure which one. That's why I'm telling you, whenever you catch me live, let me know that you're a supporter. Plus, I'll see it actually next to your name. Like when Angelica chatted today, I could see that from the badge she got. So if you lose your badge, then I'll know. But if you don't chat at all, then I won't know. Yeah, but beyond even that, you can, of course, just, whether it's in the Discord or in Twitter or just in the comment section, let me know what else you would like to see me talk about. This has now been a Google-heavy portion of my channel's live. We will now be transitioning very much to WWDC leaks and rumors and expectations. During the WWDC week, I'm actually extremely busy, but I will be streaming WWDC itself. And I will be streaming the day after. So this is going to be 2 long streams in a row. Like my WWDC stream is probably going to be like 4 hours long. I'm going to start half an hour in advance. I'm going to live stream my live reaction to the event, even though, of course, I cannot stream the actual event. And afterwards, I'm going to be streaming for about an hour and a half, my summary on all of it, going to Apple's website and reading how it's all written there. And then we're going to do even more summary, even more in detail breakdown the day after. I'm not quite sure whether I'm going to be installing the betas on my watch and my iPhone, because I do have an important trip on that weekend right after. But maybe I'll install, and I'm not going to be installing it on my Mac too quickly, because Mac betas tend to make OBS crash, and then we wouldn't be able to do the stream. So you see my dilemma. But I'll probably install it on my iPad, my M1 iPad Pro, so it should hopefully get most of the bigger features, and we're gonna maybe analyze based on that. Yeah, that's the broad prediction for how it's going to look for the next couple of weeks. As always, when there is something big in between, I'll try to react to it as much as possible. But again, if I cannot do it for a stream, or you cannot join, that's what the Discord, the Twitter is for, where we can interact. Primarily the Discord. I don't really use my Twitter that much. It's primarily for finding maybe sometimes people and then just sending them to the channel or the Discord. Yeah, but that's now all the outro babbling out of the way. Thank you so much. I see now I'm sweating and tired, and I'm getting hungry. So it's time for me to leave you. Thank you guys so much. I'll see you next time. This is MarkTech tuning out.